1.
Ooh. We're going to walk out of this stadium tonight with our heads held high.
That is amazing. Wow, what a game.
Oh, my.
Unbelievable.
One more for the record books.
Nothing's gonna stop us now.
At the buzzer, knocks it down.
Pick is up.
Yes.
He made it.
Yes. Reverse layup is good with 5 seconds left.
Put 6 on my stat. First title in program history.
Don't call it a comeback.
Being an in-state kid, everything that I wanted in the school was right at home.
Every coach has a toolbox, and every tool is from another coach.
Camaraderie, be able to hang out with each other and be together.
Takes it all the way for the touchdown.
Led by a future Badger.
I'm very excited for this kid because he is brilliant.
What an absolute javelin toss.
He's going to throw a jump pass and complete it for the 2-point conversion to Hawk.
I mean, we can see a lot of offense.
Put the exclamation point on it.
At the buzzer.
Wow.
It's good.
Oh, my goodness.
Do your best.
Thank you so much for all you guys do for high school sports.
Guys, I got goosebumps.
That's all anybody can ask for.
The biggest games, the most compelling stories, the area's best high school sports coverage. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
We got room in the budget for Pitbull now? Denzel Washington? All right. I'm ready for football. Are you, Dennis Semrau?
Awesome.
Let's go. Week 1 of the 2022 high school football season. Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and streaming live on Wisconsin On Demand, including a live video stream of tonight's game. The Sun Prairie East Cardinals, for the first time ever, suiting up as Sun Prairie East here at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium, taking on the Monona Grove Silver Eagles, a battle of the Badger large and the Badger small. Sun Prairie East changing conferences from the Big 8 as they get set here to kick off the 2022 high school football season. The Cardinals have not lost a regular season game since October 11th, 2019 against Middleton. We will see if Monona Grove can spoil the fun here on the home turf for the Cardinals tonight. Monona Grove kicking right to left as we see it here at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. Monona Grove wearing white uniforms with baby blue helmets, baby blue numbers with a black trim. The Sun Prairie East Cardinals in their home red uniforms, black helmets with a white Cardinal decal on either side with white numbers. Sun Prairie working left to right as we see it. It is Kewen Larsh to do the kicking for Monona Grove. Larsh, the younger brother of former Badger kicker Colin Larsh. The 2022 high school football season is set to get underway. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau, Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN. A gorgeous night to begin the high school football season.
Yeah, Larsh could be a weapon. We'll see if he puts his first kickoff into the end zone, which is what Coach Brandon Beckwith is looking for from him.
Let's play football. It's in the air. Larsh kicks it all the way over the goal line into the end zone. In high school football, a kick over the goal line means an automatic touchback. Sun Prairie's offense comes out onto the field for the first time, and I already did it, Dennis. Sun Prairie East's offense comes out onto the field. They are led by senior quarterback, son of the coach, Jerry Kaminsky.
Yeah, Kaminsky last year, 60% of his passes threw for 30 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, passed for almost 2,600 yards, but also 7 touchdowns with his legs, 382 yards, dual threat.
2 receivers left, 1 right, shotgun formation. Kaminsky takes the snap, going to throw the first play of the season. Right side, complete out past the numbers beyond the 30-yard line to the 32, first down yardage, gain of 12. Senior wide receiver Evan Richmond on the receiving end of that pass. Play 1, 12 yards and a first down for the Cardinals.
Yeah, this is a player that Richmond is one that Coach Kaminsky thinks is going to have a breakout season.
Quick to the line. Speaking of a breakout season, last year it was Cortez LeGrant, the running back. He takes it now outside the numbers, left side beyond the 35-yard line, brought down at the 36-yard line. Gain of 4, setting up second down and 6 for the Sun Prairie East Cardinals. Cortez LeGrant last year, Dennis, 190 rushes, 1,467 yards, and 22 touchdowns on the ground. A significant weapon that Sun Prairie East brings back in 2022.
Yeah, only caught 4 passes for a touchdown. Look to see him add that little bit more of that to his repertoire this season.
That was officially a 3-yard gain, spot a little shy. So 2nd and 7, LeGrant gets it again, straight up the middle, beyond the 45-yard line, spun down near the 46. Good enough for a first down. Sun Prairie East on the move. They'll mark him right at the 45. First down and 10 for the Cardinals. 1 minute into the high school football season. Sun Prairie East, Monona Grove, no score on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
A new offensive line. Keep an eye on Ian Lips, the center, 6'2", 205 senior. One of 5 returning letter winners starting the offensive line.
Kaminsky throws right, complete again to Evan Richmond, who is brought down shy of midfield. Gain of 2 to the 47-yard line. Quick dart to the right side. 2 catches for Richmond, who played defense in 2021. No statistics, according to WisSports.net, on the offensive side of the ball for Evan Richmond last year. So the senior switching over to wide receiver, maybe one of the ramifications, Dennis, of the school splitting into 2 different ones, East and West. Here's the snap for Kaminsky. Handoff LeGrant up the middle. First down potential. He's going to be brought down actually just shy beyond midfield into Monona Grove Silver Eagle territory to the 47-yard line, setting up a manageable 3rd down and 2 for Sun Prairie East. 10:07 to go first quarter, and East quickly to the line of scrimmage. Kaminsky runs up under center, takes the snap, wants to sneak it himself, and he's plowing forward, trying to be dragged down from behind by Kyan Kratikwil, and I'm not sure he's going to get it.
Pretty close to the midfield. It's right on the midfield stripe. That should be a first down.
They will give him the first down. You're right, Dennis. Just enough by an inch to move the change for Sun Prairie East, and that's the difference Jerry Kaminsky makes, a veteran senior quarterback. He's going to be playing at North Dakota next year, and that's why.
3rd first down here of the opening drive, just a couple of minutes in.
Shotgun formation. Kaminsky takes the snap. Handoff. LeGrant running right side. Brought down shy of the 40-yard line. Gain of 4 yards down to the 41. Dennis, a lot of inexperience on the defensive line for the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. If this is going to be the way Sun Prairie wants to play all night, could be a long night for this defense.
Yeah, 2 best players back in the front 7 are Tyler Majesto, number 22, linebacker, and Dalton Card, combined for 3 sacks a year ago.
Kaminsky takes the snap on the right hash, throws over the middle of the field. Flag is down, complete to the 30-yard line, running up the left sideline to the 20, to the 15, and spun out near the 10. On the run, junior wide receiver Connor Stoff on the receiving end. His first catch of the 2022 season, but wait a moment. This flag was all the way down in the region of holding, and yes, our first flag of the Prep Mania football season is a holding penalty called against Sun Prairie. Bring them back with 9:08 to go in the first quarter. A big gain for Stoff is taken away.
Yeah, that was as soon as the hold was there, they got it, even before Kaminsky released the ball. So Jerry got it out there. Hey, maybe you didn't see that hold. Yep, they did.
That won't be the last time we call Stoff's name tonight, though. He is the leading wide receiver returning to the Sun Prairie East Cardinals. They were loaded at wide receiver in that championship potential run, all the way to being runners-up at Camp Randall Stadium a year ago. Davis Hamilton, Addison Ostrenga, a couple of names that you'll hear at the college level in different sports. Big influencers last year on the Sun Prairie offense. They're gone. Stoff, the 3rd leading receiver from a year ago, emerges as the number 1 option here in 2022. So the ball backed up all the way to the 44-yard line. And can I say we had a flag down? Apparently the official didn't pick up his flag. Early in the year for them too. Ball in the right hash. First down and a long way to go. Kaminsky fakes the give. Wants to throw deep left side into double coverage. Incomplete. Nearly batted away by Cole Inda, the senior corner for Monona Grove. 2nd down and long. 3rd down and long for Sun Prairie East on the first incompletion of the 2022 season for quarterback Jerry Kaminsky.
Maybe 3rd and 21. Not sure how many 21-yard plays they got there.
Well, how about a wide receiver screen right side? Running forward, Evan Richmond, his 3rd catch on this opening series, but he's brought down well short of the first down line to gain near the original line of scrimmage at the 45-yard line of Monona Grove. It's 4th down and 8. And Sun Prairie East keeps the offense on the field. Coach Brandon Beckwith of Monona Grove is going to have to call timeout. Nobody was ready for this one for Coach Kaminsky to decide to keep the offense out to go for it on 4th and 8 in Silver Eagle territory. So for the first time out of the season is called by Coach Brandon Beckwith of the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. And you know that timeouts on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania are Recover 180 timeouts. Rest, reset, recharge, and recover with Recover 180. Recover 180, the premium functional hydration solution for everyone who lives life on the go. On the field, in the gym, or at the office, Recover 180 is the drink that will keep you feeling your absolute best. With only 60 calories and 3 times more electrolytes than other leading sports drinks, Recover 180 improves energy, reduces stress, and offers rapid relief and recovery from dehydration. Before, during, or after a workout, Recover 180 will take your recovery to a whole new level. Reset, recharge, recover with Recover 180. Dennis, do you go for it if you're Coach Brian Kaminsky here on 4th down and 8, or you bring the punter out?
Go for it. It's early in the season. Let's see what this offensive line is made of, but nope.
I'm glad you didn't peek before we gave away the answer to the test. Coach Kaminsky got Brandon Beckwith to call a timeout, and now he brings the punting unit out. Kick is in the air, and let's see how Sun Prairie East is able to pin Monona Grove. Fielded up at the 15-yard line on the run, and all the way up to the 25-yard line. Nice little return on that for punt returner Eddie Rivera. You mentioned his name in the pregame, Dennis, as a player that could be significant for the Silver Eagles. And the defense, with inexperience up front, gets a nice win on the opening series of the 2022 high school football season. Silver Eagle football for the first time.
That's what happens when you get a 15-yard holding penalty to put you behind the chains. And Sun Prairie not able to dig its way out of that hole.
The Monona Grove Silver Eagles bring the offense out. Ball spotted on the 25-yard line here at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium over on the right hash. One receiver set to the right, one to the left. Stack formation along the line, and quarterback Brady Voss standing in a shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the give, wants to throw left side, complete, short of the numbers over on the left side of the field, just beyond the 30-yard line. It is caught by number 16, Cal Worth, the sophomore, with the first catch of the year. Coach Beckwith didn't even have him listed on the depth chart at wide receiver early on, and yet he's the first player to come up with a catch for a gain of 7. 2nd and 3, brought down in the backfield. What a stop by the Cardinal defense. The carry for Gavin Hablovitz went nowhere. In fact, he lost 2 yards back to the 30-yard line. It's 3rd and 5 for the Silver Eagles.
New core running backs this year. That didn't bode well on the first carry.
What a great stop up front by the Cardinal defense. 3rd down and 5. Brady Voss, 2 receivers set to his right, 1 to the left. Ball on the near side of the field at the left hash at the 30-yard line. Voss takes the snap, wants to throw left out of the backfield, slide incomplete. Ball was a little underthrown for Gavin Hablovitz with pressure coming at Brady Voss, and so it's a quick 3 and out for the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. They'll punt it away on 4th down and 5 with 7:29 to go in our first quarter. No score, Sun Prairie East and Monona Grove. Game 1 of the high school football season on Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania.
Yeah, Schultz is their punter this year for Sun Prairie, and now the same thing, the place kicker and punter for MG is Kewen Larsh, so this could be a battle of field position here early.
Connor Stoff, Brady Shanahan, both back to receive the punt from Larsh. Takes the snap. Good look. Larsh able to kick it away, and a good one. Fair catch called for and hauled in at the 35-yard line by Brady Shanahan, the senior return man. 7:24 to go in the first quarter. No score, Monona Grove and Sun Prairie East here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau, a beautiful Friday evening for high school football to kick off our 2022 season at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. Special thanks again to Hunter Vaughn and Ryan Wollersheim, our production crew on the video side of things. We welcome those of you watching tonight's game on Wisconsin On Demand and ESPN Madison's social media platforms. 1st down and 10. Jerry Kaminsky throws left side to the 40-yard line, complete, and a big stuff right away. Stoff on the receiving end, but more importantly, a great tackle by senior Eddie Rivera, playing 2 sides of the ball. Rivera right there for a stop after a gain of 4.
Now that was the first time, a big-time hit. Just stood him up and drove him back.
They'll actually give him 5 yards. Ball to the 41-yard line. Line to gain the 46 on the left hash 2nd down and 5. Kaminsky takes the snap, fakes the give to LeGrand, keeps it himself. Lots of room to run up the middle of the field. Kaminsky carrying a defender into Monona Grove territory. Brought down at the 35-yard line. Big run for the senior quarterback, Jerry Kaminsky of Sun Prairie East.
He averaged over 5 yards a carry last year. And you can take into sacks into consideration. That's a pretty good number for a quarterback.
Little quarterback option play there, Dennis, and he could have handed it to LeGrand to run. LeGrand would have been stuffed in the backfield. Monona Grove was all over him. That meant Kaminsky had a lot of room to run. 1st down and 10, 6:30 to go first quarter. LeGrand gets it this time, steps back up the middle to the 30-yard line as he dives forward, a gain of about 7 yards. 2nd down, and we'll call it 3 coming up for the Sun Prairie East Cardinals. 2nd offensive series of the 2022 season for the team that reached the Division I state championship game a year ago, falling 38-17 to the Franklin Sabres at Camp Randall Stadium. High snap, Kaminsky hauls it in, throws left with a motion man out of the backfield. That's Evan Richmond, again his 4th catch of the night. Richmond dives forward for 1st down yardage just shy of the 25-yard line. Move the chains, 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
5 first downs for Sun Prairie so far, but nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. See if they can cap this drive off.
Got a feeling that may be different here on this series. That Monona Grove defense, especially up front, lots of inexperience. If the offense could have sustained a little bit of a longer drive, may have helped them out. Kaminsky fires over the middle of the field, complete down to the 13-yard line. Nice catch, wide open. John Vanderwall, the senior, who had 22 catches a year ago. Hauls this one in. 1st down and 10 for the Cardinals. Chains move again. They can get a 1st down without scoring a touchdown. It's 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line, under 5.5 to go in the first quarter, no score.
Yeah, Brian Kaminsky likes his core receivers. You lost 2 good ones in Addison Estrenga. By the way, he was the 3rd tight end as a freshman at Iowa this year. And also Davis Hamilton.
Kaminsky fumbled, and Monona Grove's got a turnover. Silver Eagle football. Kaminsky and LeGrand not on the same page on an option play again. And the Silver Eagle defense gets away with a great Sun Prairie drive, stalling in the red zone. 5:12 to go in the first quarter, and the first turnover of our 2022 high school football season belongs to the Monona Grove Silver Eagle defense.
Can you say ouch?
Yeah, no kidding. That's a stinger for Jerry Kaminsky and the Sun Prairie East Cardinal offense. 2 great drives, one stalled by a penalty, now one stalled by a turnover. Can MG capitalize? Ball on their own 15-yard line, actually the 16-yard line, we'll call it, for a 1st down and 10. Ball near the middle of the field. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Here's the snap. Voss takes the snap under pressure, and he's going to be dragged down for a sack back at the 5-yard line. Big loss of 12. Brady Voss, the senior Monona Grove quarterback, had nowhere to go with it, and Dennis, inexperience on the offensive line, also a potential issue for Monona Grove this season, especially early here. We're seeing it.
Leading the charge there was Nolan Olson. Let's see, about 6'3", 255 defensive lineman. He had 6 sacks last year. Well, there's his first one of the year.
Now another flag down.
Also got some help on that last play. Is it 37? Looked like was in there. Hard to tell.
Well, we'll see if we've got a false start penalty called here against Monona Grove. So it was already 2nd and 19. We'll back them up even further inside the 5-yard line, down to the 4. Line to gain is the 28-yard line. Dennis Semrau, what'd you put down on this season to see if the first score of the season could be a safety? That could be some.
That's a bet.
That could be some interesting action on that. We'll see what happens here. 2nd down and long, Monona Grove. Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle, past the 5, diving further toward the 10. And a little breathing room for the MG offense. Gavin Hablowitz, the junior, who had 0 varsity experience a year ago. Again, all stats provided by wisports.net here for the opening week of the season. Hablowitz not listed as a player who had any impact on the offense whatsoever a year ago. 3rd and a mile to go, and Voss is going to be dragged down. Is that a turnover? No, simply a sack, but the Sun Prairie East defense got him again all the way back at the 2-yard line. Voss had nowhere to go, and he was brought down by Talib Miller. 6 foot, 230-pound linebacker drags down Voss for a sack, and Monona Grove will have to punt without a lot of breathing room. Backed up in their own end zone. Q and Larsh, good luck. 3:30 to go in the first quarter, no score. Here's the snap. Larsh, quick step, punts it away. It's going to be a good one. Bounces at the 35, picked up at the 40, running right side. Here comes Connor Stoff on the return, and he's dragged down at the numbers just shy of the MG 30-yard line. Great starting field position here for the Sun Prairie East Cardinals with 3:19 to go in the first quarter. No score. Sun Prairie East and Monona Grove on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. Cardinal offense back out on the field, first down and 10 at the Monona Grove 31. Dennis, what's the message from Brian Kaminsky to his son and his offense after the turnover in the red zone on the last drive?
Take care of the football, patience, just grind it out.
You telling me turnovers are a key to victory from Canopy Wealth Management?
Again.
You kidding me? Here's the handoff. LeGrant running right side out past the 30-yard line. Brought down from behind. Spun forward near the 27. Gain of about 5. Sets up a second down and about 5 yards, we'll call it, for the Cardinals.
You want to try to at least get the ball in field goal range. Trevor Schultz, the kicker for Sun Prairie last year, he had a 34-yarder in the state championship game.
Kaminsky throwing left, one-on-one coverage into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Prairie East. The first score of the 2022 high school football season. A strike from quarterback Jerry Kaminsky to the receiver on the left side of the end zone. That was John Vanderwall, the senior, on the receiving end. Sun Prairie East up 6-0.
Again, lost good receivers from last year. Vanderwall, one of the triplets there, along with Connor Stoff and Evan Richmond. And guess what? John gets the first TD of the season.
The kicker for Sun Prairie is senior Trevor Schultz on to attempt the point after. This one right through the uprights and good. He was 62 of 67 on extra points a season ago. He's 1 for 1 in 2022. 7-0. Sun Prairie East leads Monona Grove. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN.
Drew and Jonathan Scott here to tell you that American Family Insurance wants to protect your dreams. So whether you're at home singing in the shower,
Every note,
or prefer singing your heart out in the car like Drew,
cruising.
you can save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto insurance with American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Presentation of Prep Mania, 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand. Sun Prairie East with a 7-0 lead on the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. 2:52 to go in the first quarter here of the opening stanza of the 2022 high school football season.
2 plays, 32 yards, 27 seconds after 2 drives that ended in a punt and a turnover. Quick strike Cardinals, 7-zip.
Kaminsky to Vanderwall, the first score of the Sun Prairie East football season. Kicking away, left to right, in the air. Schultz puts it into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Monona Grove Silver Eagle offense. Dennis Semrau, clearly some struggles up on that offensive line here to start in this first quarter for Monona Grove with inexperience up front against a veteran defensive presence like Sun Prairie East has. What does Coach Brandon Beckwith have to draw up here to try and overcome that?
Boy, think about that. If Dane was still over here and Ham last year, how good that defense was for Sun Prairie. But, yeah, MG, a young offensive line who Coach Beckwith thinks is going to get better, but a young line. The 2 tackles, Sam Hawker at left tackle and Xavier Faison, it's actually their first time playing football. Not first varsity, first football ever. So
Wow.
there's a big learning curve out here for those two guys tonight.
Voss takes the snap, first down, throws left, bubble screen, complete, spin move, shake and bake, past a couple of defenders, and out past the 25-yard line. Nice little catch and run for Joseph Otto Morton, the junior wide receiver, with his first catch of the 2022 high school football season. Nice little chunk of yardage for Monona Grove on the first play of this drive. An 8-yard gain sets up 2nd down and 2. Ball at the 28-yard line. Line to gain is the 30. Quick snap, fake the give. Voss throws right into the flat, and it's loose. Picked up by the Sun Prairie defense, but the official comes in from the far sideline and says incomplete. It was intended for the tight end Isaiah Erb. I thought he possessed it long enough that it could have been considered a completed pass and a fumble. Dennis, did you see differently?
So did Cooper White, the sophomore defensive back who scooped it up and ran it in for a touchdown. He's thinking 6. No, but that's what you do. You don't worry about the whistles or anything. Make the play and let them sort it out. This case, unfortunately, it was just ruled an incomplete pass, but I was awful close there to being a fumble.
Monona Grove may have caught a break. Let's check what they can do with it on 3rd down and 2. 2:20 to go first quarter. 7-0. Sun Prairie East leads Monona Grove on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. Quarterback Brady Voss, the senior, in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers set to the near side on the left, 1 receiver to the right. Takes the snap, handoff, trying to go straight up the middle. Nowhere to run. The Sun Prairie defense all over the rushing attempt for Gavin Hablovitz, and it's 4th down and 3. They actually lost a yard trying to go for it on the short run on 3rd and 2.
That was Jay Stulte, 6'3", 195-pound junior, at the outside linebacker spot, plugged the hole, and there was just nowhere to run, nowhere to hide there for Hablovitz.
Looks like Monona Grove will punt it away. Another 3 and out for the Silver Eagle offense, their 3rd of the night. Every series has resulted in 3 plays and a punt. Hewan Larsh again gets to do the kicking. Good snap, and he's able to kick it away. Hauled at the 40-yard line. It's loose on the ground for a moment. Wasn't caught cleanly by Brady Shanahan, the senior, so he had to dive on it at the 41. Still good starting field position for Sun Prairie East. The MG special teams didn't get back to have a chance to dive on that ball, so I'm sure that Brady Shanahan will hear a little bit about that. Just take the fair catch next time instead of trying to turn something upfield. So here comes the Sun Prairie offense again with 1:28 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 lead for the Cardinals over the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. Jerry Kaminsky, senior quarterback for Sun Prairie East. Ball spotted right in the middle of the field at the 41-yard line of the Cardinals, just beyond the Sun Prairie West Wolf logo on the left side of the field. Kaminsky pump fake now goes deep right side along the sideline. Incomplete. Intended for Evan Richmond. Nearly made a spectacular one-handed grab jumping into the air on the right sideline. Instead, it's 2nd down and 10. Great throw from Kaminsky, though, right where his guy could get it.
Excellent. Yes, and that was beating double coverage down the right sideline there for Richmond. In the preseason preview for Sun Prairie, both Coach Kaminsky and the quarterback, Jerry, talked about Evan Richmond's development this summer. And as we can see right away, he's become a go-to guy pretty quickly.
2nd down and 10, high snap. LeGrant gets the carry,
there
breaks
it is.
through the middle. I thought he was going to be stuffed for a gain of 1. Instead, a burst of speed. LeGrant, 1st down yardage into Monona Grove territory, out past midfield, down to the 47-yard line on the left hash. A gain of 13 yards for Cortez LeGrant. 1st down and 10 for the Sun Prairie East Cardinals.
Yeah, one of the fastest players in the state. That was a pretty sweet run there.
Kaminsky takes the snap, throws right side, complete Stoff inside the 40 down to the 35 before he's dragged down out of bounds by number 4, Max Wisey, the senior of the Monona Grove Silver Eagle defense. Sun Prairie East on the move again. 1st down catch and run for Connor Stoff.
Yeah, shaking out the bugs here a little bit on those first 2 drives. This is the Cardinal offense we've come to love. The spread, and nice little running back there with LeGrant.
Kaminsky takes the snap, tried to run, lost it, another fumble, and Monona Grove has it. 2nd forced turnover by the MG defense. Jerry Kaminsky puts it on the ground. He only had 2 fumbles all of last season, and in the first quarter of 2022, Kaminsky's put it on the ground twice for MG to recover.
It could be a fly in the wall in the halftime locker room on this one. Come on, hang on to the ball.
The Monona Grove Silver Eagle defense keeping the team in this early. The offense hasn't been able to do too much with the gifts the defense has provided, but they'll have a chance here with their best starting field position of the day at the 35-yard line. Shotgun formation, left hash, 2 receivers left, 2 right. Here's the snap. Voss wants to go deep. On the left sideline, incomplete. Overthrew a couple of intended receivers that were running straight patterns toward the end zone. And it's 2nd down and 10 for Monona Grove with 47 seconds to go in the opening quarter, trailing 7-0.
Yeah, it's pretty good single coverage there for the 2 defensive backs. For Sun Prairie, it was Cooper White, number 18, and number 14, Fabrizio Roman. How do you like that? This football name.
I like that. Fabrizio. Dennis, they should have named you that. Fabrizio Semrau. Flag is down. Sorry, we might have been distracting them with coming up with different names for the dean. Let's see what the call is.
Inadvertent. A false start.
It is a false start against Monona Grove. One of the cool things about Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium, they actually have speakers for the officials to be mic'd, just like we're in the pros, Dennis.
Gotta love it.
Back them up 5 yards, 2nd down and 15 for the Monona Grove Silver Eagles, trailing 7-0. 47 seconds to go in the first quarter. Voss takes the snap, throws right side, complete. Quick pass out to the 30, broken tackle. Couple of broken tackles out past the 40, 45, and down the right sideline to midfield. What a catch and run, staying persistent. Monona Grove. Cal Worth, the sophomore wide receiver, 2nd catch of the night, and Worth makes it all worth it for for Monona Grove.
Yeah, Grant Camp, number 44, forced him out of bounds there. Otherwise, it could have been even bigger run.
That play looked like it was dead after 2 yards, but Worth able to make the most of it. Gets all the way out near midfield. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds just shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Still plenty good for a first down for the Silver Eagles. First down of the 2022 season. Here's another snap. Go back right side. It's hauled in by the tight end, Isaiah Erb, the leading receiver from a year ago for Monona Grove, and Erb is able to get just a yard. Maybe not even that.
Yeah, shoestring tackle there by Brady Shanahan.
Yeah, Shanahan on the tackle there.
No, it looks like nothing there. No gain.
Yeah, they're barely a ball length in front of where the original line of scrimmage was. 2nd down and 10 for MG. 5, 4, 3. They do snap it before the end of the quarter. Screen over the middle, back to Erb. Tight end screen to the 45-yard line. Erb running downhill, shy of the first down line to gain at the 42, but it'll be 3rd down and only 1 for the Monona Grove Silver Eagles when we start the 2nd quarter. What a great first quarter of high school football in 2022. After 12 minutes, Sun Prairie East 7, Monona Grove nothing. The 2nd quarter coming up next on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. Great to be back on 100.5 ESPN.
If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda's certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Fleet Farm shoppers, save up to 100% off your purchase during the Balloon Pop event. This Saturday, the first 300 customers shop and pop to receive a discount on their entire purchase from 10 to 100% off. Grab a ticket, fill your cart, and pop a balloon to reveal your savings. Doors open 7 a.m. Only the first 300 customers shop, pop, and save at the Balloon Pop event this Saturday at Fleet Farm. See store for details.
This is Barry Alvarez. Hey Madison, Pat Richter here. For great coverage of your Wisconsin Badgers, stay tuned to 100.5 ESPN. WTLX Monona, ESPN Madison. On Wisconsin.
Second quarter trailing 7-0 to the Sun Prairie East Cardinals. The handoff goes up the middle for Gavin Hablowitz, and I'm not sure he got there. He only got a yard. 4th down and, well, I guess we'll call it 2 now. It may have been 3rd and 3. So he got 1. 4th down and 2. Monona Grove quick to the line. They're going to go for it. Quarterback Brady Voss clapping his hands, now turns to the sideline to Coach Brandon Beckwith for the play call. 2 receivers set to the left, 1 to the right. The lone tailback is Hablowitz to the right side of Voss as they await the play. And now MG will call timeout to go talk things over. Probably a well-used timeout at this juncture of the game. It feels like an important moment, Dennis Semrau, as we have a recover 180 timeout, reset, recharge, recover with recover 180. 4th down and 2, 7-0. Offense hasn't had a lot of momentum tonight. This is an opportunity in Sun Prairie East territory to try and make something of it. What are you calling here on 4th down and 2 for the Silver Eagles?
Well, they've been able to run the football, so I think they need to get outside to one of the receivers. They've been able to get a few yards. First quarter stats, 141 yards offense for Sun Prairie East. 2 lost fumbles, though. 38 yards for MG, most of them on this current drive.
11:18 to go, second quarter, 7-0 Sun Prairie East, a team that played in the Division I state football championship a year ago when they were known as just Sun Prairie. Now 2 schools in the community. Sun Prairie West will open up its season here at home at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium tomorrow night. Plenty to do before then, though, including this 4th down and 2 for the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right on the near side. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Handoff. Hablowitz brought down in the backfield, and a turnover on downs just beyond midfield. Sun Prairie there to stop it. Talib Miller, the senior, again comes up with a drop behind the line of scrimmage. Turnover on downs. Sun Prairie East football with 11-12 to go in the second quarter.
Can you say ouch? She was in the backfield quicker than you can say Cardinals.
Are you trying out can you say ouch as a new catchphrase this year, Dennis? Is that what I'm hearing?
So
I like
we got
it.
the ball on the 47. Here we go.
Jerry Kaminsky, the quarterback of the Sun Prairie East Cardinals. Touchdown pass in the first quarter. Also 2 lost fumbles. Kaminsky keeps it himself, running right side. Gets into MG territory, diving beyond the 45-yard line, down near the first down yard to gain at the 43. The officials will spot him right at the 43. Good enough for a first down for Sun Prairie East. Gain of 10 for the quarterback, Jerry Kaminsky. And how about the belief from head coach Brian Kaminsky going right back to him on the ground after the lost fumble?
Yep. Ride that horse. He's the horse.
Kaminsky shotgun formation again with his team up 7-0. Takes the snap, fakes the give, wants the throw, goes deep down the middle of the field into coverage. Incomplete. Overshot his intended receiver at the 10-yard line. That was number 10, Evan Richmond.
Looked like he got tripped up a little bit. The legs got tangled with the defensive back, but no flag on the play. The pass was a little long.
If you're watching live on Wisconsin On Demand and ESPN Madison's social media platforms, you're seeing that the sun has set on Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium here in the second quarter. 7:54. The sun is down. LeGrant gets the carry on 2nd and 10. Running left side, trying to make something of nothing. Stiff-armed 1 defender behind the line of scrimmage. Falls forward to the 40 for a gain of 3. A lot of work to get 3 yards, Cortez LeGrant. That's the experience of the senior paying off, though, Dennis.
Yeah, as my wife likes to say, they're big. Just fall forward, right? Can't you get a couple of yards? Don't fall backwards, fall forward, and that's what he did.
LeGrant heeding Karen Semrau's advice. Sets up 3rd down and a long 6 just inside the 40-yard line, and a timeout from the Sun Prairie East sideline. A recover 180 timeout with 10:17 to go here in the first half. Reset, recharge, recover with recover 180. Want to remind you, big trailers and big opportunities at Stoughton Trailers. Stoughton Trailers has hundreds of immediate openings in Evansville, Stoughton, and Broadhead for first and second shift opportunities. They've also increased their starting wages to $18 per hour and up. For open positions, including assemblers, welders, and more, go to stojobs.com. That's STOjobs.com. Stoughton Trailers, big opportunities. Big opportunity for the Monona Grove defense, Dennis, to stop Sun Prairie East here on 3rd down and 6 at the 40-yard line. The line to gain is the 33. 4-down territory for the Cardinals, you thinking, if they don't get it?
Yeah, they got a pretty good field goal kicker here, but I think you want to establish your dominance right away.
Kaminsky takes the snap out of the timeout, throws for
there it
LeGrant
is.
left side, got a blocker in front of him, has
Touchdown.
room up the left sideline. LeGrant all the way untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Prairie East. Cortez LeGrant takes it to the house, a 40-yard touchdown catch and run from Jerry Kaminsky. First touchdown of the year for LeGrant. 13-0 Cardinals on top.
That's 2 touchdown passes and 2 fumbles, so we'll take the 2 touchdown passes, right?
10:08 to go in the second quarter. Kaminsky to LeGrant, 2 of the leaders of the team that reached the state championship game a year ago at Camp Randall Stadium. They'll be counted upon this year if they have a chance to try and get back to that same level of success in Division II, with the school now being smaller, with the community divided in 2 with 2 high schools. Point after attempt for Trevor Schultz on its way up through the uprights and good. Sun Prairie East 14, Monona Grove nothing on the big touchdown, 40 yards for Cortez LeGrant. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN.
When it's time for an adventure on the open highway, one quick call to American Family Insurance gets you headed in the right direction. Our travel peace of mind package is there if you encounter a bump in the road. From roadside assistance to rental car coverage, we have you covered. Find a local agent or get a quote at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
I got the magic in me.
Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau, Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand, where you can watch tonight's game and every game of the high school football season on 100.5 ESPN live with our video stream free on Wisconsin On Demand. Officially a 39-yard touchdown pass for Jerry Kaminsky to Cortez LeGrant. Senior to senior, Sun Prairie East expanding its lead to 14-0 over Monona Grove with 10:08 to go in the second quarter.
Nice screen pass on the left side. Good touch by Kaminsky. And like I said earlier, Cortez only had 4 catches a year ago, and now big one right there. I think he'll be another weapon out of the backfield with the receiving. And
we've got a flag on the kickoff. Trevor Schultz with a nice boot just inside the 5-yard line. Would have been returned, but the kick is stopped by the official on the far sideline.
You could hear the whistle blowing even before he kicked it. Somebody was lined up wrong.
Let's find out who that somebody was.
Scoring drive, 4 plays, 53 yards, minute 4. First one was 27 seconds. This one's 104. And that 39-yard pass from Kaminsky to LeGrant. So no rushing touchdowns yet for the Cardinals, but Jerry's showing his might through the air.
14-0, Sun Prairie East leads Monona Grove. Second quarter, the first high school football game of the 2022 season. A doubleheader here in Week 1 on Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania. No, not with a West Coast game coming up next, but with a great game tomorrow. Wanakee-DeForest rivalry game. Non-conference game this year. We'll talk more about that coming up at halftime. Previewing tomorrow night's game, Alex Strofe and the Dean, Dennis Semrau, will be on the call for that one. Sun Prairie East, meanwhile, holding its 14-0 advantage. Back it up 5 yards, now kicking off from the Cardinal logo on the 35-yard line. A line drive from Schultz, bounds into the end zone for another touchback, and Monona Grove will begin its next offensive series at its own 20-yard line. Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda's provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're looking for a new or used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or head to ZimbrickHonda.com to search vehicle inventory. Let's see what Monona Grove can search for here in this offensive series. Had a little success on the last drive. Came up short on a 4th down attempt. Quarterback Brady Voss, shotgun formation. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Fake the snap. Voss with pressure coming. Steps up in the pocket. Wanted to move forward, but he is dragged down for a sack behind the 20-yard line. Davis Wetton got him for the sack.
Yeah, Davis, number 7, transfer from Las Vegas. First year in the program. That's a nice find there.
And Wetton saying, jackpot, I got my first sack here in the second quarter. Back him up 2 yards, 2nd down and 12, Monona Grove. Ball spotted in the middle of the field. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. The lone tailback, Hablowitz, to the right side of Voss. Voss fakes the snap, throws left side, batted in the air, incomplete. and nearly a chance at an interception over there. Shanahan again was in on the play, as well as Jack Watkins, the defensive back for the Sun Prairie East Cardinals, in the home Reds wearing number 15. Intended receiver was Eddie Rivera, who tried to come back and get it dangerously. 3rd down and 12 for MG, 9:29 to go, second quarter. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Voss in a shotgun formation. Now looks back to the sideline, perhaps looking to change things up. And he will do so, moving the tailback, Chase Yinko, the sophomore, over to his right side. Here's the snap. Voss wants to throw right side. One-on-one coverage on the sideline. Great catch over there by Eddie Rivera, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. Nice throw, nice catch. Just needed to be about 3 feet, maybe 4 feet to the left in order for that play to stay in bounds. Instead, it's 4th down and 12, and out comes the punting unit again for the Monona Grove Silver Eagles.
Sorry, close doesn't count there.
It was a good try, though.
It was.
Denzel Washington told us, try your best in our open with Pitbull and Zach Brown and Monte Ball and all of our friends. It was fun. Can we just play that over and over all night?
A Pitbull intro. You got to love that.
Here's the snap on the punt. Larsh kicks it away. He's been doing a great job so far tonight, and this one goes all the way past the potential return man and kicked the heel of one of the blockers for Sun Prairie East, and Monona Grove recovers its 3rd fumble of the night. This one all the way up in Sun Prairie East territory near the 40-yard line. A special teams miscue for the Cardinals gives new life to the Silver Eagles.
You got to be yelling fire when the ball hits and it takes that bounce back toward the line of scrimmage right there. The blocker had no clue what was going on, and it just hit the back, like you said, back of his heel. An unfortunate play for Sun Prairie, but a big break here. Maybe this is what MG needs to shorter field to get that offense on track.
Brady Voss and Monona Grove offense back on the field at the 42-yard line of Sun Prairie East. 2 receivers right, 1 left. The throw will go left. It's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Take that. Jack Watkins with the pressure, got a hand on it to knock it down from Voss, trying to go left side on the screen. 2nd down and 10 for MG, 9:10 to play second quarter. Silver Eagle football trailing 14-0 at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium in Cardinal territory.
Got to be impressed with this Sun Prairie defense. Might be getting a little irked at their the offensive unit tonight.
Voss, quarterback keeper this time, faked the give, ran forward to the 40 before he is denied any further yardage. Talib Miller among a couple of Cardinals in on the stop. Jay Stolte as well. They'll give him the 40, I think. Just shy of it. So let's call it 3rd down and 9. Gain of a long 1 for Voss. Potential 4-down territory here for the Silver Eagles again. They were unable to convert on a 4th down attempt in Sun Prairie East territory in the first quarter. We'll see what they draw up on 3rd and 9 to get closer to that line to gain. Here's the throw, left side, out of bounds, incomplete, too tall on the left sideline for the intended receiver from Voss with pressure coming. And the MG offense will stay out on 4th down and 9. Nope, now they changed their minds. They were sitting there for a minute, Dennis, and then at the last minute, it looks like the special teams unit coming out trying to play the defensive field position game.
Oh, you aren't going to kick a 58-yard field goal there.
Well, Larsh wants to show off.
Yeah, he does.
He could probably do it.
I like to see him at least get an attempt for a long one.
Well, he'd like an extra point attempt, I think. He'd like to see the offense put some points on the board. We'll see if he gets the chance throughout the night. In the meantime, Larsh will try to pin Sun Prairie East deep. Here's the punt. Not a great one. It bounces, but takes a fortuitous MG bounce all the way down near the 10-yard line. That landed near the 25 on the left sideline, went straight back, and rolled all the way up near the 10. It worked out in the end for Kewen Larsh and Monona Grove, pinning Sun Prairie East back at their own 11. 8:17 to go in the second quarter. Sun Prairie East with a 14-0 advantage over the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. Cardinal football, 1st down and 10. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau with you for the season opener of Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. Jerry Kaminsky, the senior quarterback for the Sun Prairie East Cardinals, takes the snap, fakes the give, keeps it himself. Running left side, breaks a tackle, 2, now steps forward near the 25-yard line. I think that's enough for 1st down yardage. Let's see where they give him the spot. Right there.
Yeah. Yep.
They give him the 22, which is good for a first down. Jerry Kaminsky, another great scamper with the legs. Quick to the line. We'll see what they do this time. It's a handoff. LeGrant breaking one tackle, trying to get out beyond the line of scrimmage. He's brought down at the 25. Couple of Silver Eagle defenders helping slow down LeGrant so that the tackle could be made. 7:45 and counting to go in the second quarter. Sun Prairie East keeping it on the ground, running some clock, running the football after the gain of 3 by LeGrant. It's 2nd and 7. Cardinals have not lost a regular season game since October 11th, 2019 to Middleton. Kaminsky takes the snap, throws left. That must have been in front of where he threw the football. Tough to tell from our vantage point up here, but they are going to rule it an incomplete forward pass. So 3rd down and 7 now coming for the Cardinals as the clock stops with 7:22 to go in our first quarter. Middleton, one of the other teams in action tonight, taking on Bayport to open their 2022 season on a Thursday night.
Yeah, definitely going to be strange. The Cardinals not playing this year.
Kaminsky throws right side, complete out past the 35. First down yardage, move the chains. Connor Stroff with a sliding catch just beyond the Cardinal logo at the 35-yard line on the right side of the field as we view it. First down, Sun Prairie East. On the catch by the junior wide receiver, Connor Stroff. Again, the leading productive receiver from a year ago, returning from the team for Sun Prairie East that made it all the way to the state championship in Division I. Now this time on the run, throw left side is caught by Drew Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh is an interesting player, Dennis. He's listed as a quarterback and a tailback on the roster. He was a quarterback last year and saw significant playing time spelling Jerry Kaminsky in a number of situations with some running clocks and whatnot. It was a dominating season a year ago for Sun Prairie East. LeGrant with the carry, first down yardage on 2nd and 1, out near midfield. He's got a first down, moving the chains just past the midfield marker to the 49 of Monona Grove, and an injured player is down for the Silver Eagles. Clock stops with 6:36 to go in our second quarter.
Yeah, last year, Kavanaugh, 13 of 14, 114 yards and 2 scores in relief effort for Kaminsky, but he's the H-back now this year, trying to get him out. That takes the place of Ostrenga, who played the position last year very well for the Cardinals, now with the Hawkeyes. Yeah, 3 players. We had Evan Malcor last year, and Addison Ostrenga, 2 former UW Credit Union student athletes. Evan Malcor is at Northern Illinois, and Addison Ostrenga is at Iowa, and also Jamal Stone, Bemidji State, representing the Cardinals at the next level. One player missing for Sun Prairie tonight, though, is got to keep an eye on during the season. Sam Ostrenga, Addison's little brother, on the baseball team, right? They're trying to get to state. They made it to state. He ended up missing the tournament because a little graduation party playing bean the bags, stepped in a hole and broke his foot. Have you heard about that?
Playing bags?
Playing bags. That's how he got hurt.
A cornhole-related incident?
That's what happened during the baseball season. So it knocked him out of that and knocked him out here of the opener. They're hoping to get him back here shortly, maybe in the next couple of games, hopefully. But he'll be a big factor. He saw a lot of time at D-back last year, and he'll be there on offense and on defense once he's able to play. With the smaller roster this year, I see some Cardinals eventually going both ways, but tonight, strictly 2 platoon, which a lot more playing time for players. Keeping the parents happy. Everybody's getting playing time, and keeping guys fresh, too.
I don't mean to get hung up on the cornhole-related injury. What yard game do you think would be most susceptible to a season-ending injury?
Well, I used to play jarts. I was really good at that, but those are illegal now.
Dennis, it's a family show. Jeez.
Oh, it was fun. Just toss them in a hoop. It was a lot of fun. I was really good at it.
I'm thinking like bocce ball. You lob it up a little too far, bonks your noggin, out for a little while in the concussion protocol. Badminton, and dive in, might twist something.
Croquet can be a little rough. If somebody hits a ball and it goes airborne, you get hit off the back of the head.
You don't want to miss with the hardcore croquet crowd.
Or somebody swings a mallet at you and hits you in frustration. You never know.
And don't get me started on horseshoes. Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania
That'll
on
get you in trouble.
100.5 ESPN. The injured player for Monona Grove still being tended to near midfield. So while that occurs, want to welcome a new partner to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania this year, and it's a partner that's near and dear to me. That's Nations Lending. Irick and Rorvig and the awesome team over at Nations Lending, so fantastic to work with as my wife Becca and I purchased our brand new home.
And how is the house?
It's amazing, Dennis. It's an amazing house. We're loving every minute of it, and we wouldn't have been able to get it done without Irick and the team at Nations Lending. All the financial questions we had when we started the process. Dennis, we were new at this. We didn't know what we were doing buying a house. So we walked into Irick's office back when the snow was still flying in late winter, and we had a bunch of questions about appraisals and loans and all kinds of different things. And you know what? Irick took time. He answered every single question. He was as patient as you are with me.
But did they ask if you wanted to be a Wolf or a Cardinal?
He didn't ask that, although rumor has it Irick may or may not be a Vikings fan. And I'm not talking about Stoughton. Irick's fantastic to work with, though. You should work with him and the great team over at Nations Lending, because not only Irick's fantastic, but Heidi and Kyle and the rest of the team followed up with communication step by step as we continued our home buying process. It was a long process, and they were there with us for all of it, and we saw it through to the finish line. They've been amazing to work with, and I recommend that you do the same if you're in the market, just like we were for our year of the house. Check out the great team over at Nations Lending. Start by looking at nationslending.com and search for the Monona branch. Speaking of Monona Grove in action here tonight, nationslending.com and search for the Monona branch.
Oh, I hate to see a player down injured anytime, especially here opening night. Not sure. They've got him sitting now.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get a check of the number here momentarily with a few athletic trainers tending to him out near midfield. We're unable to see at this current moment.
Got to give a shout out to the certified athletic trainers that are at most schools for almost all events now. It doesn't matter what your sport is. A lot different than when I was playing football, and it was rare if you had somebody there. Now, especially with the concussion syndrome, right on the spot. So we've got some really good ones in the area. And Wisconsin, it's a very good school for athletic trainers. So, and
injured player is now standing and looks to be walking off under his own power. It is number 8 for Monona Grove. That's Kyan Craddockwill. So hopefully Kyan ends up being okay. Here, a senior tight end and linebacker at 6'1", 170 yards for the Monona Grove Silver Eagles.
Back up on offense, primarily starting there on defense, which is where he got hurt. But walking off the field, that's a good sign.
A couple of score updates from around the area. High scoring affair between Bayport and Middleton tonight. Non-conference action. The Bayport Pirates up 28-14 in the late stages of the first half.
Middleton was looking at their defense being one of their strengths, but that's like last year. They're playing Bayport and Wanakee back-to-back. That'll get you ready for the conference season.
Middleton, a team that wants to make a deep run potentially this season. So back to the action. 6:34 to go in the second quarter. Sun Prairie East leading 14-0. First down and 10 for the Cardinals. Jerry Kaminsky, the quarterback, in a shotgun formation. 2 receivers set to the near side left, 1 receiver to the far side right. LeGrant, the tailback, to his left. Kaminsky takes the snap, hands it off to LeGrant. LeGrant breaks 1 tackle, but brought down just beyond the line of scrimmage for a gain of 1, maybe 2. A tackle at the legs made by the MG defender who saw him coming right at him. They'll give him a gain of 2 up to the 46-yard line. Line to gain is the 39 of Monona Grove. So actually a 3-yard gain. I stand corrected. Math is hard. It's early in the season. 2nd down and 7.
That's what Strofe says all the time.
Well, I learned a thing or two from him. Kaminsky takes the snap all kinds of time as he dances around in the backfield, now takes off running. Spin move to the 40, and he stumbles his way forward for just enough yardage down to the 37-yard line. Good for a Sun Prairie East first down. All kinds of time set up by the offensive line in front of him. Kaminsky couldn't find anywhere to throw, so he took it himself and picks up a first down for the Cardinals.
That's the dual third quarterback. waiting to see him run a little bit more tonight.
They'll officially give him the 38-yard line. Ball on the left hash. Throw left side on the screen. It's complete. John Vanderwall, who's got a touchdown reception already tonight, spinning his way forward all the way, dancing to the middle of the field where he's brought down on the Sun Prairie West Wolf logo inside the 35-yard line to the 33. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Sun Prairie East approaching 5 minutes to play in the second quarter, leading 14-0. Jerry Kaminsky, shotgun formation, 2 receivers left, 1 right. LeGrant, the tailback, gets the carry. Running left, gets by 1 defender, gets by 2, spins off another inside the 25-yard line, punching his way down to the 21. LeGrant is a strong runner, and Dennis, he showed it there, shaking off 3 different Silver Eagle defenders to get the extra yardage at the end of the run.
Yeah, pretty strong between the tackles. That time he got outside to the left side, up the sidelines, and didn't quite break free like he did on that screen pass for the touchdown earlier, but tough to bring down. He's got a Division I offer from St. Thomas and a lot of interest from colleges. He'll play somewhere next year.
Kaminsky fakes the give to LeGrant, rolling right side, wants to go to the end zone, fires downfield. One-handed catch, dropped at the 5-yard line. It was a little high for the intended receiver, Drew Kavanaugh, but he nearly hauled it in. Would have been a spectacular reception for Kavanaugh. Instead, it's 2nd down and 10 for the Cardinals. 4:33 to go. Even if Kavanaugh had made the catch, he would have came down on the ground near the 5-yard line, so it wouldn't have been quite enough for a touchdown reception.
Yeah, 11 plays, 67 yards on this drive, hoping they can run the clock out and score.
Play number 12 is a carry for LeGrant, running left side, stays inside the numbers, but again fights his way to the 10-yard line for a 1st down, Sun Prairie East. 1st and goal now for the Cardinals after a gain of 12 for LeGrant. Cortez LeGrant show here on this drive.
Yeah, nice drive. 1st and goal on the 10. Yeah, they've got 6 first downs on this drive.
Kaminsky fakes the give, back to throw, rolls right side, throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Prairie East. How did he catch it? Connor Stoff, the junior, hauls it in, had a man draped all over him 2 yards into the end zone. Somehow Stoff still caught it, and Sun Prairie East takes a 20-0 lead with 4:06 to go in the second quarter. Wow, what a play.
Nice hook up there. The 3rd touchdown pass here for Kaminsky. 3 different receivers tonight. So getting back to what Coach Kaminsky, Brian, Jerry's dad, said early in the season, nice depth at wide receiver, and again, when you got an all-state quarterback, that helps, right? Kick it off.
Doesn't hurt when you got someone that's going to be playing college football at the University of North Dakota. Great look by Kaminsky, set up by the offensive line in front of him. Dennis gave him lots of time to try and find the open man, and he successfully did so. Schultz puts the point after straight through. He's 3 for 3 on the night. Sun Prairie East 21, Monona Grove 0 with 4:06 to go in the second quarter here of Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, Wisconsin On Demand, where you're watching us live on our free video stream, as you will for every game on our Prep Mania calendar here in 2022. Jesse Nelson along with the Dean Dennis Semrau. Special shout out to Hunter Vaughn and Ryan Wollersheim on our production crew tonight here on the video side at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. Also want to extend a special thanks to our producers tonight, Alex Gravad and Colin Russo in the Park Bank ESPN Madison studios downtown on the AmFam Spark Building on East Washington Avenue. I still want to say on the Capitol Square, but we have moved since the last time we called a high school football game.
And I haven't met Colin yet. Welcome, Colin, to the family, and thanks for helping us out tonight, buddy.
Coming up in the second half, Dennis and Colin will talk about their favorite hobbies and get to know each other. 21-0, Sun Prairie East leads Monona Grove.
He's got to be loving this. School doesn't start yet for a couple of weeks, right?
Well, I was actually going to ask you about that, Dennis. Not only college, but, I mean, here for the high schoolers, the season starts, you essentially play a third of your high school football season before you even step into the school for the first day of school.
Except
where?
Madison Edgewood.
Yeah, they get going already.
They started Monday.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. What are we doing, Edgewood? Enjoy your summer.
The private schools start a couple of weeks earlier.
Last I checked, I didn't know private school didn't have summer.
Whoa.
And that's a touchback. That's going to be, no, they're going to say let it go?
No, let it go. He was in the end zone.
I could have sworn that ball crossed the goal line, but instead it's returned by Monona Grove out past the 20, near the 22-yard line. Nice little return. of 22 yards, 23 if you're saying he was 1 yard into the end zone, by Gavin Hablowitz, the running back. So that's a nice burst of speed for Hablowitz to show off. And exactly 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Monona Grove Silver Eagle offense back out on the field, starting at their own 22.
After a couple of short drives, that last drive for Sun Prairie, 13 plays, 88 yards, 4 minutes, 11 seconds. Capped by the third touchdown pass of the night from Jerry Kaminsky, this time 10 yards to Connor Stoff. And Schultz with his third extra point.
High snap, Voss collects it, throws left side, short of his intended receiver on a screen, incomplete. Number 16, Cal Worth, the sophomore, was again the intended receiver for senior Brady Voss. Dennis, we're seeing a lot of screen passes from Monona Grove tonight, knowing the inexperience on the offensive line and what's coming at him with this staunch Sun Prairie defense. That's got to be part of the game plan, but I didn't know it was going to be all of the game plan.
They're trying to split the field, spread the field a little bit. They're running a spread offense too, but still, there's another one.
Here's a pass left side on the screen. Broke one tackle, not a second though. Nowhere to go, just back to the original line of scrimmage, if that. May have even lost a yard. You can only do so much, I think, when the defense knows exactly what's coming. And even with the screens, you're seeing how quickly the Sun Prairie East defensive front seven is able to get at quarterback Brady Voss. 3rd down and 10 after no gain on the completed pass. 3:30 to go in the second quarter. 21-0 Sun Prairie East leads Monona Grove, and a timeout for the Cardinal defense called. So maybe trying to preserve some clock, thinking their offense can get the ball back and extend this lead even further before halftime. They call a recover 180 timeout.
Definitely
reset, recharge, recover with recover 180. Well, let me not say the punchline there, Dennis.
Sorry.
What are you thinking?
Well, Sun Prairie, you want to try to punch one in here. If you can get a stop here, get a short field, and go in with that 4-touchdown lead. One more touchdown in the second half, we got a running clock. Didn't think it would happen first week, but hey, it's going to be a little, I think, some growing pains here for this offense for Monona Grove, especially when you got such inexperience in the front line. They got some good size, and coach will work with them. Travis Rohr is the offensive line coach from Monona Grove. Coached at Edgewood, former coach at Mount Horeb-Barneveld, knows his stuff. So Monona Grove is known for their lines. It's just a matter of time they'll be dominant.
3:24 to go, second quarter, out of the recover 180 timeout. It's 3rd down and 10 for the Monona Grove Silver Eagles, and you hate to see that. A flag is thrown prior to the snap out of the timeout. It's going to be against MG. False start backs him up 5 yards.
I got to put a plug in for a friend who I covered when he was at Mount Horeb-Barneveld as a player, Ryan Kleppe, going into the Whitewater Sports Hall of Fame. Outstanding career there with the Warhawks, and coaching the defensive coordinator now for Silver Eagles.
Brady Voss trying to scamper on 3rd down and 15, running left, didn't have a long way to go. He's dragged down from behind, shy of the 20-yard line, so he actually lost yardage there. And a timeout is again called by Sun Prairie East. Clock stops with 3:22 to go in the half, so the Cardinals will get the ball back. It's 4th down and a mile for the Silver Eagles. They'll punt it away. Larsh has been probably the most productive player for Monona Grove so far tonight, kicking. He's done a fantastic job punting the ball. Offense not with a whole lot to show for it, though. And when the offense can't get first downs to extend drives and give the defensive players a little bit of a break to collect themselves, that's where you see the defensive front seven start to wear down. Monona Grove's played pretty good defense, I think, tonight, Dennis. But when Sun Prairie's sustaining drives and MG's offense goes 3 and out on almost every possession, you're only going to hold your own for so long.
Yeah, that last one, we had 2 short drives. That last one, that 4 minutes, 13 plays. Big difference there now. That's the last time out for Sun Prairie in the first half. Silver Eagles with 1 remaining. So instead of a 2-minute warning, 3-minute drill here for the Cardinals. It's good to have that early in the season. You like that in your non-conference games in case you need that down the stretch.
That was the final timeout of the half for Sun Prairie East. They'll have to go restock on recover 180s. Reset, recharge, recover with recover 180 at halftime. Larsh kicks it away. It's another beauty left side, and it lands out of bounds. Actually didn't quite go as far as he probably would have hoped. It's shy of midfield. Landed near the 45. We'll see where the official spots it at the 43. of MG is where Sun Prairie East will begin its offensive series. 3:15 to go in the second quarter. Sun Prairie East 21, Monona Grove nothing in game 1 of the 2022 high school football season. Thursday night lights to kick it off on Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau. Sun Prairie East football, first down and 10. Ball on the right hash, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Kaminsky takes the snap, fakes the give, rolls right, steps up, wants to throw deep downfield, incomplete. Little too far out in front of John Vanderwall. Wanted it all. Would have been a 43-yard touchdown strike had he not overthrown his intended receiver Vanderwall. So sets up second down and 10 for the Cardinals.
I love that. Growing up a Packer fan, the old days, Bart Starr. Hey, 3rd and 1, go for the bomb here on first down. Why not?
The old days of Bart Starr. Dennis, you realize.
Way back there.
Jerry Kaminsky's 18 years old. Rogers has been the quarterback of the Packers 16 years.
Yep, and it goes way back. That's when I was growing up. That was my man.
LeGrant takes the carry up the middle, stiff-arming his way forward, down beyond the 40 to the 38-yard line, I think we'll give him here. Maybe the 37 with a generous spot. Yep, the 37 sets up 3rd down and 4 for Sun Prairie East. 2:50 to go in the first half.
I was going to say far, but that was followed by an interception there on the long one. How many bombs did he throw?
I got to do our guy dirty like that, Dennis. Here's LeGrant running right side, bounces outside a couple of blockers, now spins his way upfield at the numbers, got an extra burst to the 30-yard line.
And a flag.
A flag is down. First down for LeGrant as it stands, but this flag is back near the line of scrimmage, and you know what that normally means.
Either a clip or a hold over there on the right side.
Hey, Dennis, get a load of this official guy up on the video board here. They got a little graphic, like an emoji thing of an official. Kind of looks like an oblong, almost like a nesting doll. And he's blowing a whistle, throwing a flag at us on the video board at Sun Prairie East here. What a gorgeous video board. Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. Beautiful facility. We'll actually host the Culver's Isthmus Bowl on Thanksgiving weekend coming up this year. The second bowl game ever played in the state of Wisconsin. Last year was played at Verona Area High School. This year it moves to Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium, featuring the CCIW Conference and the WIAC. Dennis, I will not entertain the debate of whether you pronounce that WIAC or WIAC. How do you say it?
I go WIAC.
Good man. Alex Strofe would beg to differ when he's on the call for DeForest and Wanakee with you tomorrow night.
We'll see.
It was a holding penalty against the Sun Prairie Cardinals,
Yep.
so back them all up, back near midfield where this drive began at the 48-yard line of Monona Grove. 3rd down and 14. Kaminsky takes the snap. Long way to go for first down yardage. He's going to try and get it over the middle of the field. Complete in stride to the 10 and into the end zone. Connor Stoff, touchdown, Sun Prairie East. Cardinals all over Monona Grove with 2:06 to go in the second quarter. A strike from Kaminsky to Stoff. 27-0, Sun Prairie East on top.
Oh, baby, was that wide open there about the 15-yard line. He caught it in stride, and hands went up right away. He knew that was a touchdown. Second touchdown reception of the game, second in a row for Connor. Caught the 10-yarder on the previous drive. And now Sun Prairie East opening things up here a little bit.
A 48-yard touchdown pass. Jerry Kaminsky, Connor Stoff, Sun Prairie East with a 27-point advantage. Point after pending. Trevor Schultz is 3 for 3 on the night. Line drive kicks this one through and good. He's 4 for 4 to start the season. Sun Prairie East 28, Monona Grove nothing, with just over 2 minutes to go in the first half of Game 1 of Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. Jesse Nelson along with the Dean, Dennis Semrau. Prep Mania brought to you in part by the GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Find the program that fits your training goals and schedule this fall. Position player programs, pitching programs, foot speed and fielding camps, power development. Reach your potential at the 52,000 square foot state-of-the-art indoor training facility over in Windsor. Visit grbacademy.com for more information. That's grbacademy.com. From Sun Prairie, you take Highway 19. You're heading up to Wanakee, where we'll be for Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania in a couple of weeks, but also when Wanakee visits DeForest tomorrow night, you would drive right by the GRB Academy on your way. Big strike, Jerry Kaminsky to Connor Stoff. 4th touchdown of the first half and the night for the Cardinals. And a team that earned a berth in the Division I state championship game a year ago, picking up right where it left off, led by some of its most productive players from a year ago. Kaminsky, LeGrant, Stoff, a big three that I would not want to face if I'm in Madison area high school football in 2022. Kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback. Monona Grove will begin this drive at its own 20-yard line.
At this point, I think MG just wants to get into halftime. I don't know. 2 minutes.
You want to take any chances?
Take a shot here. Maybe take a shot on first down here and then run 3 plays. Sun Prairie cannot stop the clock. They're out of timeouts here in the first half. So
the Silver Eagles will receive the second half kickoff, so they got a chance to double up. They want to. Here's the throw on the right side, complete behind the line of scrimmage. Running forward, Eddie Rivera, the senior, not a lot of room to run. In fact, he did not get back to the original line of scrimmage at the 20. He's dropped a half-yard back. Second down, and we'll call it 10 as they give him a generous spot back near the original line of scrimmage. Andrew Zielsdorf on the stop, the 5'11 defensive back of the Sun Prairie East Cardinals. Coming up on 1:30 to go in the first half, and I think you're right, Dennis. MG just wants to get this thing to halftime. Avoid disaster. Brady Voss, the quarterback, takes the snap, hands it off, running right side, Gavin Hablowitz, the junior running back, and he is slow to get up near the numbers between the 20 and the 25-yard line. Gain of 3 on the run. Second down and 7. Hablowitz up on his own and trotting off to the MG sideline where he'll be tended to, so it looks like he might be okay. 1:21, and now the clock rolls again to go here in the first half. 28-0 Sun Prairie East leads Monona Grove. Game 1 of the high school football season on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. Line to gain is the 30-yard line, ball on the right hash. Voss takes the snap, fires middle of the field, had a man, threw it a little too hard out in front, incomplete. Eddie Rivera, the intended receiver. Clock stops with exactly 60 seconds to go in the first half, and another 3 and out for the Monona Grove offense.
Now, Sun Prairie has a killer instinct. They're going long on the first pass play, depending. We'll see what happens on the punt here. But a good return. They could have the ball back in MG territory here. We'll see.
It's been a while, Dennis, for fans of high school football that don't know the rule about the running clock in the second half of football games. What is it?
35 points. After that, and we got a bad snap here.
Yeah, high snap here. Able to haul it in.
Punt.
The kick partially deflected and will roll out of bounds at the 33. So, Dennis, if you were saying that there's an opportunity here for Sun Prairie to put the killer instinct in, Drew Fritz, the punter there for Monona Grove, not Larsh, had a tough time with the snap that was a little high, and then the kick went out of bounds. Great starting field position for Sun Prairie East at the MG 33.
And right now, yeah, we've got plenty of time here, 54 seconds. No timeouts left for Sun Prairie, but they can run 3-4 plays at least here.
Kaminsky in a shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Takes the snap. Kaminsky wants to throw right side, has a man at the numbers between the 30 and the 25-yard line. Diving catch is made by Evan Richmond, the senior receiver. Called his name a bunch tonight for the Sun Prairie East Cardinals. First down, no, correction, it's second down and about 4 yards to go after the gain of 6. Kaminsky takes the snap, no timeouts left for Sun Prairie East. Kaminsky with all kinds of time in the pocket, now steps up, being pursued from behind. Kaminsky takes off running himself. Outside the numbers, inside the 20 to the 15-yard line and scampers out of bounds at the 13-yard line. First down run, Jerry Kaminsky. Great field vision, great blocking by his O-line up front with all kinds of time. He made something happen.
Good awareness right there. No timeouts left to stop the clock. If you want to punch it in, give yourself a chance for 2 more plays.
Clock stops with 25 seconds to go in the half. Sun Prairie East able to reset. Ball on the right hash, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Kaminsky shotgun formation. LeGrant, the tailback to his left. Fake the give. Kaminsky wants to throw, looking to the end zone. Looks left, throws that direction. On the run, incomplete. Out of the outstretched hand of Drew Kavanaugh, the junior wide receiver. 18 seconds left in the half. Clock stops. 2nd down and 10 for the Sun Prairie East Cardinals, up 28-0, and looking to put another score on the board before the break.
Yeah, with the pass plays, they could run 3 more plays here.
1 receiver on the near side to the right, 2 on the far side to the left. LeGrant, the tailback, left side, fake the give. Kaminsky wants to throw, end zone again, has a man, left sideline, on the run, tiptoeing, in for the score. Vanderwall again. Sun Prairie again. Finding the end zone for the 5th time in the first half. Kaminsky with another touchdown strike. Cardinals 34, Silver Eagles nothing with 12 seconds to go before the break. What a throw from Jerry Kaminsky, Dennis.
Right on the money. Open, wide open in the left corner of the end zone.
Vanderwall's 2nd touchdown catch of the night. And now the drama is, can Trevor Schultz, the place kicker, go 5 for 5? It was partially deflected, and no, it does not cross the top bar. No good. First missed extra point of the season for Trevor Schultz. 34-0 is our score. And Dennis, if you were looking for the running clock, thinking this thing was going to get out of hand, that is as close to a bad beat in high school sports as you're going to get.
Yeah, unfortunately there for the Cardinals. But, hey, guys just want to play. They don't want running clock. Reserves get into play in the second half. That time goes by awful fast, even though Sun Prairie doesn't have as many reserves as they used to with their roster cut in half again.
Coming up at halftime, we will hear again from our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. UW Credit Union's online and mobile banking goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. Explore innovative and intuitive ways to manage your money anytime, anywhere. UW Credit Union, in-house team of engineers and developers create digital banking solutions designed for you. Learn more at uwcu.org and stick around to hear some more from Tommy Ramish of Wanakee, this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. Coming up at the half, Dennis will also help preview tomorrow night's game, DeForest and Wanakee, right here on 100.5 ESPN and streaming live with video free on Wisconsin On Demand. Kickoff from Schultz goes into the end zone, 12 seconds to play until the half. MG will come out and take 1 snap, and that'll get us to the break. Week number 1 of Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania, a doubleheader on 100.5 ESPN. Thursday Night Lights, Monona Grove and Sun Prairie East. You're listening to it right now. And tomorrow night, DeForest hosts Wanakee. Biggest game for many on the Wisconsin high school sports calendar, at least in the Madison area, this season. And it's right away out of the gates, week 1. Can't wait for it tomorrow night. MG takes a knee, and the first half is in the books. Sun Prairie East 34, Monona Grove nothing. Halftime at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. Coming up, we'll hear from our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Tommy Ramish of Wanakee. We'll also get a check of tomorrow night's game to Forest and Wanakee on Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania, and a check of a couple other area games in action tonight. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Fall ball begins soon at the GRB Baseball Academy. Youth and high school baseball kicks off at the end of August, so now is your time to register to play. Open to athletes of all skill levels, Rays Baseball is the best program available to help you achieve your maximum potential. The GRB Baseball Academy has established itself as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country with a 52,000 square foot state-of-the-art indoor training facility. Visit rays.grbacademy.com to register today. Rays Baseball, raise your game.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Hallman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Hallman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Hallman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
In honor of all those we've lost to cancer and those still fighting, like basketball analyst Dick Vitale.
I want to beat cancer. I'm going to beat it. That's no doubt in my mind. I'm going to win this battle.
Defeating cancer will take all of us. At the V Foundation, V is for victory over cancer. V is for victory over giving up.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Join the V Foundation team. 100% of donations fund game-changing cancer research. Donate now at V.org.
Fleet Farm shoppers, save up to 100% off your purchase during the Balloon Pop event. This Saturday, the first 300 customers shop and pop to receive a discount on their entire purchase from 10 to 100% off. Grab a ticket, fill your cart, and pop a balloon to reveal your savings. Doors open 7 a.m. Only the first 300 customers shop, pop, and save at the Balloon Pop event this Saturday at Fleet Farm. See store for details.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
My fiance wanted to incorporate me in the process of picking out my engagement ring. And we went to Chalmers, and that was the first place that we went to look for rings.
The staff educated us right away, and we felt very comfortable, and I learned a lot about diamonds.
Chalmers did a great job explaining the process to us, the type of grade of the diamond.
Oh, just from the second you walk in, I mean, there's somebody who's taking you over, showing you exactly what you want in your price range.
We were on a hike, and it was by a waterfall.
Got down on one knee, and I think she kind of saw it coming, but had the perfect proposal with the perfect ring in a beautiful spot.
I turned around, and he was down on one knee and asked me to marry him.
She looked down at the ring, and, she just said yes right away.
I was just in shock. I couldn't believe it. I think that my ring is the most beautiful ring I've ever seen. Looking at it and just staring at it throughout the day, and it just sparkles.
Couldn't have gone better.
It was so beautiful.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison. If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda's certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
This week on Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN Radio, the 2022 Little League Classic, the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage begins from Williamsport, Sunday at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN.
Presentation of Prep Mania, 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app at Wisconsin On Demand, halftime at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium, where the Sun Prairie East Cardinals, a team that played for the Division I state championship a year ago, falling to Franklin at Camp Randall Stadium, starting strong as Sun Prairie East in 2022 with a 34-0 lead over the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. Time now to hear from our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Tommy Ramish of Waunakee High School. Tommy and the Warriors of Waunakee visiting the DeForest Norskies tomorrow night on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania, another Week 1 spectacular matchup to kick off the year. UW Credit Union's online and mobile banking goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. Explore innovative and intuitive ways to manage your money anytime, anywhere. UW Credit Union's in-house team of engineers and developers create digital banking solutions designed for you. Learn more at uwcu.org and learn more now about Tommy Ramish, this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, our opener for the school year, Tommy Ramish, Wanakee High School. Welcome, Tommy.
Thanks for having me. It's a real honor.
Football, lacrosse, multiple sport athlete. What's it like to play two sports at Wanakee High School?
I mean, it's great. I just love going out there, just representing for my community. I mean, I just love the brotherhoods that you get with both sports. I mean, a lot of the guys on the lacrosse team also play football, so I just love building the bonds there too. It's just a good time.
Now, you didn't get to play lacrosse until this past year, right?
Yeah, I actually played in middle school, and then because of the COVID deal, I just kind of decided to focus on football. And then the winter, late winter, early spring, right before the season, probably the week before, one of my buddies convinced me to go out for the team. And then, I just went to work, got at it, and then, we had a pretty successful season. It was a great time.
How are they compatible, football and lacrosse?
I just love the physicality aspect. I mean, I think that's something that I bring to the table in both sports. I mean, football, everyone has to, and then in lacrosse, it can be kind of a one-off deal, but I think it's fun to sort of I just love hitting people. I mean, that's just why I play linebacker. I mean, it's fun to do that in lacrosse, too, keep it going for the spring.
What do you like about football? What stands out about it? Why has that become your favorite sport over the years?
Honestly, just like the brotherhood and the bonds that I've built. Like, all my best friends are from football. All my best memories, just walking out on Camp Randall, walking out on Warrior Stadium. I mean, you can't get those feelings anywhere else. There's nothing like it. I mean, so much work goes into it, and then finally have it pay off. It's something surreal.
So what's game day like at Wanakee High School? Kind of take me through morning to night.
Game day is something else. I mean, there's just a different buzz, especially at the high school. I mean, people are so excited. Everyone's wearing their jerseys, getting ready for the game. Everyone's talking about it. If you have a test that day, I mean, that's going to be a toughie because you're so focused on the game. I mean, there's just a different level of focus with the program, and that's something that I love. People are just so dialed in. And then once school ends, it's just watching your film, listening to music, getting dialed in until 7, and it's that time.
Yeah, my favorite question, did you know something maybe people don't know? A lot of Toms in the family, Thomases, right?
Yeah, so my dad's actually Thomas Franklin Ramish the second, and then my grandpa would be the first. And my grandpa actually played at Wanakee back in the 50s, and he was a quarterback for one of the early conference champions, which I think is pretty cool in terms of continuing the legacy and everything.
And as far as future plans, still looking at college, hoping to play football someday?
Yeah, I'd like to for sure. I mean, that's definitely been a dream of mine ever since I've been a kid. It just depends on what opportunities arise, and pretty much.
What would you look to study in college? Any ideas at this point?
Likely business. I'm not 100% set on anything. When I was a little kid, I actually wanted to do this for a living, but I haven't really thought about that in a while. I mean, this is pretty sweet, so I'd consider it.
Somewhere in broadcasting.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Well, we always ask Wanakee guys, favorite team to play. Probably the Force, right?
Yeah.
Now you're playing them week 1.
Yeah.
How weird is that going to be this year?
It is pretty weird. I mean, there's just such a different competitive feel. Like, the Monday of DeForest week is just so different because everyone knows the stakes. Everyone knows the history. But, yeah, it's a great rivalry. I love playing them. I mean, they're a talented team. They're a good program, well-coached, good strength, speed. I mean, they're everything. They're definitely good for us to play. I mean, week 1, it'll be crazy, but those early games, they're fun. Everyone's there, packed house. There's nothing like it. That'll be a good one.
Well, Tommy, I appreciate the time. Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Tommy Ramish, Wanakee High School. Have a great senior year.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Facebook and Twitter to find more from our UW Credit Union Student Athletes of the Week. Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. Halftime at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium, 34-0. Sun Prairie leads Monona Grove. Dennis Semrau's first half thoughts and stats, and also a look ahead to DeForest Wanakee tomorrow night here on Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania. That's coming up next on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
Grassland Dairy is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin and sustained by innovation. Since 1904, the Wheatrick family has worked with hundreds of dairy farmers to consistently produce the highest quality dairy products. Grassland's commitment to quality starts with the way their dairy farmers care for their cows and carries through every step of their innovative processing and delivery. They are proud to offer a wide range of reliable and nutritious dairy ingredients. Grassland Dairy is family owned in Wisconsin and has been crafting butter for 5 generations.
Listen to Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin on 100.5 ESPN.
It is freezing out and raining. We're standing there, and Old Faithful ain't even that faithful.
They tell you an approximate time. It's the cable company of that national park.
Wilde and Tausch, weekdays 9 to noon on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by Grassland Dairy, Home and Lindsay Paints, Coors Light, Made to Chill, and American Family Insurance.
A wide array of opportunities abound at Waste Management.
Through the pandemic, if a teammate was sick, they would still be able to take care of their family with COVID pay. We paid a stipend to make sure that they could pay for the internet bill. We've never had an environment where we were able to work from home. They made it work. They went out and purchased brand new equipment to be able to let agents work from home so they could still generate a check.
Join the Waste Management family. Just search online, Waste Management Careers.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
Drew and Jonathan Scott here to tell you that American Family Insurance wants to protect your dreams. So whether you're at home singing in the shower,
Every note,
or prefer singing your heart out in the car like Drew,
cruising.
you can save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto insurance with American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda's certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
In honor of all those we've lost to cancer and those still fighting, like basketball analyst Dick Vitale.
I want to beat cancer. I'm going to beat it. That's no doubt in my mind. I'm going to win this battle.
Defeating cancer will take all of us. At the V Foundation, V is for victory over cancer. V is for victory over giving up.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Join the V Foundation team. 100% of donations fund game-changing cancer research. Donate now at V.org.
North and South Seafood and Smokehouse is the official barbecue and seafood and smokehouse of Rutledge and Hamilton. Make sure to listen every Wednesday for your chance to win a $50 gift card to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse in Madison, Verona, and DeForest. North and South Seafood and Smokehouse.
Celebrate the summer with some golf at the Bridges. The driving range, pro shop, and course are open and ready to be experienced. Booking a tee time has never been easier, as you can book online at golfthebridges.com or by calling 608-244-1822.
This Saturday on ESPN Radio, it's an American League East showdown in the Bronx when Aaron Judge and the Yankees welcome Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and the Toronto Blue Jays. Coverage begins at 12:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio, presented by Progressive Insurance.
You're listening to Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Prep Mania, 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app in Wisconsin, on demand. For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. And for not nearly 50 years, but for many years, they've provided the Madison area with the high-quality product that is the area's best high school sports coverage. Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership, they're going to save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're looking for a new or used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda today or head to ZimbrickHonda.com to search vehicle inventory. I bought my Honda Civic back in 2018. Feels like yesterday, Dennis, that I was over visiting Kendall and the squad over at Zimbrick Honda, driving that brand new Civic off the lot. Now I looked down at the dash the other day, boom, 65,000 miles on that puppy. Been taking that thing all around the country.
Well, a lot of trips up north, right?
There have been a lot of trips up north. Yeah, you're right about that. Thanks to Kendall and the awesome team at Zimbrick Honda for being, once again, the presenting partner of Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. And a great start to the season for the Sun Prairie East Cardinals. Dennis Semrau with a 34-0 lead on the Monona Grove Silver Eagles here at the half. The first half stats going to tell you a lot of offense for Sun Prairie East and a lot of not for Monona Grove.
Ouch. That's what you want to say if you're an MG fan right now. First half, 358 yards for Sun Prairie, 35 for Monona Grove. Jerry Kaminsky off to a great start. Returning All-State quarterback on the football coaches All-State team. 16 of 23, 222 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. A couple fumbles in there, but I think he can be forgiven for that. He's also rushed for 66 yards in 7 attempts. Has not been sacked yet tonight, so bodes well for that new offensive line for Sun Prairie. Cortez LeGrant, 14 carries, 92 yards, no touchdowns rushing. Did catch a 39-yard touchdown pass. He had 4 catches last year. He's already got 2 this year, so big there. John Vonderwall, 4 catches, 53 yards, and 2 scores. The star, though, Connor Stoff, has 3 touchdown catches. And 5 for 285? 2 touchdown catches and 5 catches for 85 yards.
Wow.
And then the early favorite out of the clubhouse was Evan Richmond. Remember how many he had a bunch of catches early. He ended up with 6 catches, 30 for 47 yards. No scores yet for him, but he opened things up early. So the receiving game looks very good for Sun Prairie to start with. Cortez LeGrant's getting plenty of room to run. I don't think he has been stopped for a negative play the whole first half.
Couple of scores from around the area to update everybody on. This is not the only area game tonight, kicking off the high school football season on Thursday night under the lights. Great one between Lake Mills and Wisconsin Dells at the half. The L-Cats of Lake Mills with a 24-21 lead on Wisconsin Dells. So a fun one there. Lake Mills, a team we're going to want to keep an eye on, Dennis, throughout the course of the season. You mentioned it in the No Huddle preview, which you can find tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, leading you up to coverage of night 2 of Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania this week with DeForest and Wanakee. More on that in a moment. Another score update from a game in the area. Bayport leads Middleton 31-14 in the third quarter. Head coach Jason Pertzborn and the Middleton Cardinals. Tough non-conference matchup against the Bayport team that is just a couple of years removed from competing for a Division I state football championship against the Muskego Warriors. Had to mention my Warriors while we were still on the broadcast here tonight, Dennis. Bayport with a 31-14 lead. The Pirates looking like they're going to emerge victorious as they play into the third quarter against the Middleton Cardinals. Big one tomorrow night, Dennis Semrau. DeForest hosting Wanakee. Classic rivalry game. Now it's a non-conference game taking center stage in week 1. No better way to start the high school football season. It's like the Daytona 500 of the high school football scene. One of the best games of the year right out of the gates.
Yeah, you look at it. Pat Rice won 7 state titles at Wanakee, and they're coming off a championship season. A 20-0 season a year ago. They were 6-0 in the alternate fall season in the spring. Carried it over and defeated Homestead in the title game. DeForest lost 23-20 on homecoming to Wanakee. The Norskies going to remember that one. They got the match again tomorrow night. They'll be ready for it. Mason Keys, quarterback to keep an eye on there. And as we mentioned, Tommy Ramish leading a fantastic Wanakee defense. Expect the defense and special teams to be stellar for Wanakee, as they always are.
Second half about to get underway here at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau, Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania, the opening night of the high school football season. Sun Prairie East 34, Monona Grove nothing as we get set to kick off half number 2. Sun Prairie East will do the kicking. Trevor Schultz going right to left. Monona Grove back to receive, working left to right. Ball on a line drive fielded at the 2-yard line. On the return, here comes Chase Yinko, the running back. Yinko stuffed at the 17-yard line. Tried to go straight up the middle, had a chance to break a tackle, and if he would have done so, might have had a chance to go pretty far. It didn't look like the coverage on the return for Sun Prairie East was all that full up the middle of the field, but Yinko is brought down right near the 20-yard line, and that's where Monona Grove will begin its first drive of the second half. Dennis, what's the message from Coach Brandon Beckwith at halftime to his Silver Eagle offense that struggled a lot in the first 24 minutes.
Just go play to play. Just try to do something positive, get a positive result on every play. Green, the offensive line, those 2 tackles their first year playing, kind of a rude awakening tonight against a great Sun Prairie defense.
All in the right hash, shotgun formation. Brady Voss takes the snap, pressure coming, takes it himself. Steps up, running right outside the numbers. Gets near the 30 before he runs out of bounds. Nice pickup for Brady Voss and the Monona Grove Silver Eagle offense. That's a first down run of 10 yards by Voss, and that's the play that was missing when the O-line protection broke down in the first half. Great play.
Got a pat on the back by Xavier Face on the right tackle, who made a nice block on that play.
Voss again with pressure coming. This time he's not able to get away. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Nolan Olson, the 6'3", 255-pound defensive lineman. Takes him back for a sack all the way back at the 23-yard line.
Ouch. Olson, again, an outstanding player last year. 61 tackles, 12 tackles for loss. There's one right there.
This time a draw play with nowhere to go. The Sun Prairie East defense all over number 20, Chase Yenko, in the backfield. And it looks like we have an injured Silver Eagle offensive lineman up front. Talib Miller was in on the tackle there, as the injured Silver Eagle player is tended to, with 11:10 to go in the third quarter. Sun Prairie East 34, Monona Grove nothing on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau. Let's get a check of our keys to victory again tonight, which are brought to you by Canopy Wealth Management. They believe community is everything, and they are constantly working towards the betterment of our community. That's why they've partnered with Gilda's Club, the Madison Capitals, Kids from Wisconsin, and JDRF. At Canopy, their clients' financial goals are something they're constantly striving to help reach maximum potential, which is why they work solely in your best interest. You define your goals, and they work towards making them happen with their comprehensive financial planning. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started with them today. Dennis Semrau, our Canopy Wealth Management keys to victory tonight. Definitely one-sided here in the early stages of the third quarter.
Yeah, for Monona Grove, it was take care of the football. Again, I mean, it's hang on to it. First game, a lot of contact. There's not a lot of contact in the practices anymore, safety reasons. So that first night, you get some fumbles. And so far, it's been so good for MG. They haven't had any turnovers. They just can't move the football. Control the trenches right there with 2 tackles that are first-year players, not just first-year starters. And then the others limit the turnovers. That means mistakes on defense, special teams. And so far, that's been good. But control the trenches, that's the big one where MG's struggling, just not able to move the football. And for Sun Prairie, win the turnover battle. They're actually losing the turnover battle with 3 turnovers on fumbles, which is a surprise. Win special teams. It's a negative on the fumble on the punt return, but from a kicking standpoint, I think they've been able to maintain field position and play with relentless effort. That's an A+. They're out. It's like,
no doubt.
What are the Cardinals looking for? Line from what is it? The program. Boys, let's put out the fire, go looking for dinner. And they're looking for dinner tonight.
Love that. 11:10 to go in the third quarter. Injury timeout still on the field here for an injured Monona Grove Silver Eagle offensive lineman. So both teams have retreated to their respective sidelines. Getting a little water break here. Again, Dennis, this is something we talk about at the start of every high school football season. But I think it warrants conversation again. Because we start the season so early here in the middle of August, it's warm weather that these guys are playing in. And, you know, when you think of football weather and you think of the state championships in November with the sun setting at 4 p.m. at Camp Randall and the snow starting to fall in some of the classic games over the years, you don't really think of these warm summer evenings and the hydration early in the year when you haven't played all these minutes of football really comes into play.
That's a good point. Weather was great in that week that the teams had off between when most of them ran their camps and the first week of practice.
Of course.
Then the 90s hit. Well, now practices are structured from a climatization factor of you can't go, you can only go a certain period, a lot of water breaks. Coaches are very aware of it. Contact, the same thing. They use these rolling donuts to arm tackle and work on forms, so they worry about that. I think from that standpoint tonight, normally in that first night, you see a lot of guys cramping up. You look over between the pandemic and the cramping over the last few years. This is a pretty good first game. This is almost like a mid-season game the way, with the exception of the 2 players going down with injuries here for MG. But both of them had to be able to get up. One thing I did want to point out, and this is something that Coach Kaminsky takes a lot of pride in, Sun Prairie's had a football program since 1908. First time it's not 1, that's 2, right? In that span, it has recorded 564 victories since 1945. They've only had 3 coaches in that time. Francis Sheehan, Mike Hahn, and Brian Kaminsky. And Mike Hahn is Brian Kaminsky's father-in-law. Some very good connections there.
They've only had 3 coaches
only
since
3
1945?
Think about that.
Dennis, we've been doing games for 5 years. Where's that stat been?
I had that last year.
Jeez.
You didn't work a game with me that year.
No, I
Strofe
guess
had that
my
one.
loss. Three coaches since 1945. That's incredible.
Their only state title was in 1995. Last year they got to state for the first time since 2017 when they were runner-up, just like last year, and they were runner-up in 2012. And Eagles actually won a title back when it was classes, 1977. They won the Class A title. They won Division III titles in 84 and 2013 and were runner-up in 2004 and 2016. So these are 2 traditionally strong programs over the last 20, 30 years. But that stat, 3 coaches since 1945, is amazing.
Out of the injury timeout with 11, 10, and counting now to play in the third quarter. 3rd down and 21, screen pass left side, and a big hit is delivered on the receiver, Isaiah Erb, the tight end. He got to the 20-yard line, only a gain of 1 or so. No, they're actually going to mark him all the way back at the 18. He lost a yard. 4th down and 22, and Monona Grove will punt on a 3-and-out to begin the second half offensively. So again, the punter here is number 11, Drew Fritz, not Kewen Larsh. Fritz, line drive kick up the middle of the field. Would that one go off another Sun Prairie blocker? It may have, but it's recovered by Brady Shanahan up near the 47-yard line of Sun Prairie. That's where the Cardinals will begin 1st down and 10 on their first offensive series of the second half, leading 34-0.
Yeah, we talked about field position being the key. Sun Prairie open up on their 20. They've been on the 36, the 32, the 41, the 47 of Monona Grove. And their longest drive was their 3rd touchdown drive when they started from their 12. But a lot of time in Silver Eagle territory, and here they're just knocking on the door here on their own 47.
1st down and 10 for the Sun Prairie East Cardinals. Jerry Kaminsky, the senior, still out there at quarterback. Cortez LeGrant, the senior running back, gets the carry again, and LeGrant goes up the middle. 1st down yardage into MG territory beyond the 45, down to the 42, maybe even the 41 if he was able to roll over the defender. Yeah, they'll give him the 42-yard line for a gain of, about 12 yards there for a 1st down and 10 for the Sun Prairie East Cardinals. Kaminsky quick to the line, takes the snap, handoff LeGrant, bounces outside, gets outside the numbers, down past the 40 to the 35-30, and runs out of bounds near the 28-yard line. LeGrant is going to be a guy, Dennis, as we continue to see how dominant he is tonight, that if Sun Prairie East wants to try and make another state championship run this year, not only is Kaminsky going to have to throw incredibly well throughout the course of the year against some great competition, LeGrant's going to be able to carry the ball efficiently with a great offensive line up front.
Right, we're going to see a lot of it here in the second half. Now you've got a 34-point lead. Just run clock. You want to be able to work on your running game, maybe get a couple other backs in here, but get Cortez some good reps here, get him about 20, 25 carries. That'll be a good opening night.
LeGrant again running downhill near the numbers on the left side of the field, inside the 25-yard line to the 23 for a gain of 8 yards. 2nd down and 2 for the Sun Prairie East Cardinals. Under 9.5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Sun Prairie East 34, Monona Grove nothing.
17 carries now, 122 yards for LeGrant. Got him over that century mark right away in that first game, big one.
Kaminsky fakes the give, keeps it himself, running up the middle, dives forward, 1st down yardage to the 20-yard line. Into the red zone goes Sun Prairie East, 1st down and 10 for the Cardinals on the 3-yard carry by quarterback Jerry Kaminsky. University of North Dakota, Dennis, getting a couple of Madison area high school football players to be part of their team next year. Jerry Kaminsky at quarterback is one of them. Kaminsky throws left side, complete left sideline, down inside the 10, broken tackle, near the goal line, just shy of the end zone. Drew Kavanaugh nearly had a touchdown catch earlier in the game. He was denied, and now he's denied one more yard to try and get it over the goal line.
So close.
A 19-yard pickup.
First and goal on the 1. Here's where you want to put him in the backfield and give him the ball. Just let him punch it in.
Instead, how about LeGrant punching it in? Touchdown, Sun Prairie East. Cortez LeGrant finds the end zone to extend the Cardinal lead to 40-0 with 8:35 to go in the third quarter. I'll tell you what, Dennis.
Excellent drive there. 6 plays, 53 yards. All 5 of the 6 plays on the ground.
This team, when we last saw Sun Prairie, neither east nor west, just Sun Prairie in the state championship game against Franklin, that left a poor taste in, I think, a lot of these Cardinal players' mouths. They thought they had a good chance to upset Miles Burkett last year in that final game and win another gold ball in the last dance season. This year, Sun Prairie East going to be on a mission in Division II to try and state their claim and get back to Camp Randall Stadium. Point after from Schultz is good. 8:35 to go third quarter. Sun Prairie East 41, Monona Grove nothing. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN.
In honor of all those we've lost to cancer and those still fighting, like basketball analyst Dick Vitale.
I want to beat cancer. I'm going to beat it. That's no doubt in my mind. I'm going to win this battle.
Defeating cancer will take all of us. At the V Foundation, V is for victory over cancer. V is for victory over giving up.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Join the V Foundation team. 100% of donations fund game-changing cancer research. Donate now at V.org.
If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda's certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau, Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania, 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app in Wisconsin On Demand. Kickoff from Trevor Schultz of Sun Prairie East, returned by Monona Grove out to the 14-yard line before being brought down right in the middle of the field. That's where the Silver Eagles will begin their next offensive possession with the running clock now in effect. Sun Prairie East with a 41-0 lead on Monona Grove. Dennis, another outstanding drive capped by a touchdown run of 1 yard by Cortez LeGrant.
Yeah, 6 plays, 53 yards, 142 time of the drive. And finally, the first rushing touchdown after 5 passing touchdowns for the Cardinals.
LeGrant gets in with his first rushing score of the season. Quarterback Brady Voss, hands off. And
Davis Wetton right there in the tackle, got in the backfield right away.
Wetton with a great stop. No gain for the Silver Eagle offense on that play. And I actually stand corrected. We have a quarterback change for the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. Biagio Scalisi takes over as the backup quarterback, number 12 in the road white uniforms, the junior. Scalisi fakes the give, and he's mauled back near the 5-yard line with nowhere to go. That's the inexperience for the Monona Grove offensive line is something that they're going to really have to work through early in the season here, and it doesn't get a whole lot easier for them, Dennis, because in week 2 they've got a rivalry game against Madison La Follette on the road. Week 3 they get Stoughton, one of the favorites to win the conference or at least compete for it, and then Wanakee in week 4. Good luck if you're Monona Grove with those first 4 games on the schedule. The rest of the schedule, they got Portage, Sauk Prairie, Mount Horeb, Barneveld, Fort Atkinson. Scalisi trying to get out of the end zone. Are they going to give him a safety? I think he got the ball beyond the goal line just barely.
Oh.
And he did. They'll spot him inside the 1. Scalisi took the snap, and the Sun Prairie defense was on him immediately. But he was able to avoid the safety and pure disaster by at least giving a punt opportunity here for number 11, Drew Fritz, in the back of the end zone as we already approach the midway point of the third quarter. 6 minutes on the running clock. 41-0 Sun Prairie East on top.
Yeah, there we go. 4th and 24. I was going, it's not 4th and 6. Get the clock going here.
So not a lot of room for Fritz to try and kick this away. Brady Shanahan of Sun Prairie East waiting for it at the 35-yard line on the West Wolf logo.
Yeah, we haven't a special teams touchdown yet. Waiting for that tonight, maybe. What's your favorite touchdown?
What's your favorite touchdown? Wow, what a question, Dennis.
What do you like? What play? You know, like in baseball, love to see triples.
Triples are fun. I think my favorite touchdown is, I want to say the big man touchdown, but it's not always. So I think the pick six. The pick six, but like a long one. So like the pick six, jumping the corner route, the out route on the sideline. Corner gets it, able to celebrate his way down the sideline. I think that's my favorite touchdown.
Weaving through, yeah.
Here's the snap for Fritz after a slight delay. He's able to get it off. It's a pretty good kick. It lands inside the 30-yard line, though, and
27.
stops dead like a 9-iron at the 27-yard line. Tough break for Fritz. Clock runs, again, running clock with a lead of 35 or more here in the second half for Sun Prairie East. So the Cardinals take over. The clock still running with 4:40 to go in the third quarter. Sun Prairie East 41, Monona Grove nothing in our season opener of Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. We'll see if Jerry Kaminsky comes out again here for Sun Prairie East or if some of the reserves get a chance for some playing time.
Jerry's on the sideline here with his helmet off. I think he is done for the night.
Looks like he is. A great performance.
Does he have an ice pack out there?
Jerry Kaminsky, 5 touchdown
He's
passes.
holding his helmet. That's the sign. Don't take off your hat unless you're coming out of the game.
So let's get a check of who's in at quarterback now for the Cardinals.
That's 17.
I'm seeing number 12 at quarterback, Dennis, and good news is I don't have a number 12 in the program. So what do you think his name is? Here's the snap. LeGrant, or excuse me, that's not LeGrant anymore either. Carry up the middle. That's for just a couple of yards. That is John McLean, the junior running back, number 28 in the home red uniforms for the Sun Prairie East Cardinals. McLean gets just back to the 27-yard line for no gain. It's 2nd down and 10.
I think that's 17, actually. No, 17 just split out right. You're right. 12. There's no 12 on the roster. Well, early season.
I'm going to call him Lou. Here's the snap, and a give goes left side. McLean gets a couple of yards barreling forward inside the 25-yard line. You know what? This is a great opportunity for our fans on Wisconsin On Demand if you're watching us live tonight, and ESPN Madison on our social media platforms. For those of you joining us on the live stream, if you are a family member of number 12 of the Sun Prairie East Cardinals, we would love to know his name. Leave us a comment in the YouTube live stream. We would really appreciate that. He's not in the program. They pulled him up off the street. Are we sure he doesn't belong on the Sun Prairie West Wolves team? We don't know. Maybe he was a late transfer. 3rd down and 6. Here's the carry running left side, bouncing outside on the left sideline, spinning out of bounds inside the 15. McLean on the go. 1st down, Sun Prairie East. John McLean getting a heavy dose of carries here for the Cardinals, and he's into the red zone again. They'll actually say he got out of bounds at the 14-yard line, so 1st down and 10 for Sun Prairie East with 2:10 to go. And thankfully, mysterious quarterback number 12 has not thrown the ball yet, so I haven't had to say that he's back to pass. We'll see if that continues. Here's the snap and the give. Running left side, spinning again. McLean bounces off 2 potential tacklers, diving to the pylon. What's the call? They're going to say he stepped out of bounds just shy of the goal line at the 1.
What is it about Sun Prairie, the 1 yard line, huh?
They really love that 1 yard line, no doubt. McLean, great run, Dennis. Couple of bounces off of defenders, stiff arming. You're seeing a lot of physicality, not just now from Cortez LeGrant, but also from McLean out of that running back position.
Yeah, 5'9", 175-pound junior getting his first varsity action.
And McLean takes it, gets around the outside edge, and powers into the end zone for a Sun Prairie East touchdown. John McLean, 47-0 Sun Prairie East, with 1:08 to go in the third quarter, and the clock stops on the score. Big night for the Cardinals here in the opener of the 2022 season.
So 5 carries, and he ends up with 27 yards on a touchdown. First varsity game. Gotta love it.
And Shear is on this time here to attempt the point after for Sun Prairie.
Left-footed kicker.
It's a left-footed kicker. It's a low kick, but it crosses good through the uprights with 1:08 to go in the third quarter. 48-0. Sun Prairie East leads Monona Grove. Jesse Nelson, Dennis Semrau, Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand, brought to you by the great team over at Nations Lending. 2022 was the year of the house for my wife, Beck, and I. We would not have been able to do it without the great team over at Nations Lending. We got in touch with Irick, who was able to walk us through every step of the process, and we had so many questions. We wanted to know about loans and mortgages and appraisals, and we were first-time home buyers. We didn't really know what we were doing. Irick took time to walk us through every step, stayed in touch with us throughout the entirety of our home buying process. The communication was weekly with updates from Heidi and Kyle and other members of the Nations Lending team, and now we have moved into our new house just down the road here in Sun Prairie, and it's thanks to Irick and the great team over at Nations Lending. If it's your year of the house like it was for us, get in touch with the team at nationslending.com and search for the Monona branch to get in touch with Irick and the team at Nations Lending. I smell a take it to the house partnership opportunity for Nations Lending as this season continues on Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania, Dennis. Got a feeling that's on the horizon. Kickoff from Sun Prairie East, sails into the end zone for an instant touchback. And that means the running clock will again be in effect here with 1:08 to go in the third quarter, and Sun Prairie East holding on to a 48-0 lead.
Yep, as soon as they get out and then they place the football, it should start now. Giving MG a chance to regroup. Okay, here we go.
And now, Dennis, this is a non-conference game between these two teams. Badger large, Badger small, so a lot of ways to go. Sun Prairie East definitely has its toughest road ahead of it still, with games coming up next week against Mugwanago, the #1 ranked team in the state. They come here. And then, nothing after that, you get Wanakee, the defending Division II state champions, before a trip on the road up to Beaver Dam. So what a couple of weeks here for Sun Prairie East coming up against these two juggernauts in Wisconsin high school football this year. But how valuable are these early season non-conference games for teams like Monona Grove that are hoping to see a lot of strides in growth from some young, inexperienced players?
Well, first of all, it tells you exactly where you got to go. I mean, this is the level you want to get at, the way Sun Prairie's playing tonight. It's tough in that you'd like to have some success where they're moving the football, getting a couple of points, making some stops, something to build on for week 2. Usually your biggest improvement comes from week 1 to week 2, once everybody gets those jitters out of the way.
Senior running back Max Loader gets the rush for a gain of 4 yards up to the 24-yard line. And it sets up 3rd down and 6, but we'll do it after the end of the third quarter. Teams will switch ends, 12 minutes to play at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. It's all Cardinals in the first game ever for Sun Prairie East. 48-0. The Cardinals lead the Monona Grove Silver Eagles on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN.
Hey, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity aren't just a tagline to us, it's our promise to you. We're a fiduciary, meaning that we operate solely in our clients' best interests. And because we're fee-based, those interests are aligned with our clients. Using our comprehensive approach, we help you achieve your goals when it comes to your wealth management. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started with us today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Nice to know my kind will be on my side.
Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania, 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand. Jesse Nelson along with the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau, in the season opener from Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. 48-0, the Sun Prairie East Cardinals on top of the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. 3rd down and 6, pass left sideline, nearly intercepted by Luke Dam, and he almost had a chance to try and take that all the way back, jumping the route in my favorite touchdown, as you asked me about earlier, Dennis. Luke Dam had a chance at it.
Yeah, I know what your favorite scoring play is.
Oh, I love the safety.
You love the safety.
The safety is my all-time favorite play.
Well, we saw 2 last year at Stoughton. We almost saw 3.
Yeah.
The same game.
11-0, I think, was our final score that night. That was a crazy one. So Monona Grove will kick it away. Again, running clock is in effect with a 48-0 score. Kick in the air, fair catch called for and made just beyond midfield at the Sun Prairie 48-yard line. Hauled in by Luke Dam. And so it's 1st down and 10 for the Cardinals of Sun Prairie East with 11 minutes to go in the game. DeForest and Wanakee tomorrow night from DMB Community Bank Stadium in DeForest. Norskies trying to avenge last year's loss. Dennis, scheduling quirk really between these two rivals, DeForest and Wanakee. This game, because of conference changes and the way the pandemic influenced the 2020 season, it feels like it's been played in DeForest every year for the last 4 or 5 years. So again, they're back in DeForest now as non-conference opponents. Wanakee's got an entire senior class I don't think that's ever hosted DeForest in Wanakee.
Good point.
So they have to go on the road again. A flag is thrown for a false start on the Sun Prairie offense. Dennis, let's talk realistic expectations for this season for both of these teams for a moment as the game continues to play out here as we approach the 10-minute mark in the 4th quarter. For Sun Prairie East, a team that as one school made it to the Division I state championship a year ago, from what we've seen tonight, they have all the makings of the team that can contend in Division II for a potential state championship, but perhaps a better measuring stick will be next week against McGuanago, and then the following week in a game you'll hear and see here on Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania against Wanakee.
Yeah, I think depth is going to be the factor for Sun Prairie. They got to keep Jared Kaminsky and LeGrant, your quarterback and running back, healthy, and the line has to develop. Right now, there's just 48 on the roster. They're playing both boys, so 22 guys plus the kicker. So 23, half the roster is actually on the playing field with that 2 platoon. And if they can keep platoon, that'll help because your players can stay a little fresher. But I can see some of your better players having to play both ways. It's just not going to be Kaminsky and LeGrant. They're going to be just solely offensive players, I got a feeling.
2nd down and 7 after A.J. Colvin in at running back. Had a 3-yard gain. Colvin gets it again. And he runs right side down inside the 45-yard line to the 44. A couple of yards short of the 1st down line to gain. 3rd down and 2 for Sun Prairie East with under 9 minutes to go in the first half. So we had John McLean, who was in it running back on the last drive for Sun Prairie East. He finished it off with a touchdown. Since we don't have number 12 in our program at quarterback, should we call him Hans Gruber?
Hans Gruber, yeah. Oh, McLean, I'm a big diehard fan. I can do dialogue for most of the movies, as my son will tell you.
3rd down and 2. Gruber in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it right side. Colvin bounces outside the numbers, plowing forward. 1st down yardage inside the 40 near the 37-yard line. 1st down, Sun Prairie East.
And now's a chance for some MG. The reserves are in on both sides here. and a chance for some guys to get some reps here in this first game.
Inside 8 minutes to go. Dennis, your alarm is going off. Is that time to wake up, or?
I think it was mine.
What's going on there?
I don't know. My phone was set off. I don't know. It's the phone demons tonight. I got a feeling.
The phone demons.
Yeah, earlier today,
this 48-0 game just got a lot more interesting.
Earlier today, it was calling people that I'd called. I think the phone got wet for some reason. It's like I got a call from Mark Herring from Edgewood to ask during class. He said, "What do you need?" I go, "I didn't call you." He goes, "Your phone did." I go, "Yeah, it did." I checked my messages, so I don't know.
So
me and phones and technology. If you want to find a bug in any kind of software, have me test it. I'll find it for you.
Colvin with a gain of 9 with 7 minutes to go. Your phone gets wet and just starts calling random people.
It starts calling
the alarm
people.
clock starts going off. What's going on?
I don't know what it is.
Big tech, man.
Yeah. But I can't live without the phones, I'll tell you that. Somebody asked me about it. Was the last time I wore a watch? I don't know. I got a phone on it. I got the clock on my phone. It's all digital.
2nd down and 1. What is happening in this game? Here's a quarterback keeper for our guy Hans Gruber. He runs left inside the 15. Near the 14-yard line.
When I talked to Coach Kaminsky, you want me to tell him we were calling him? Well, he can listen to it for himself on the on-demand, right? This will be posted.
That's right, Wisconsin On Demand, wherever you get your podcast.
We're going to make him.
He can skip the 4th quarter.
Whoever's 12, we're going to make him famous.
6 minutes to go. We're officially at the midway point of the 4th quarter. Maybe Dennis's alarm will go off to indicate that for us as well.
There is a number 12. And that's on the varsity 2 team. So I kind of don't think it's going to be him. Van Vogler on the JV 2 roster.
Oh, okay.
So we can call him Van.
We'll call him Vogler for the time being. Could this be a blood jersey situation, you think? Set up, we did that with Johnny Davis when he came out wearing number 55. Was that for?
Well, I asked for a 2 deep roster
year?
from Coach Kaminsky. He goes, no, these are guys that are going to play. He didn't give me other names. Didn't give me a backup quarterback. I said, you sure, Coach? Yeah.
That's the thing about Hans Gruber. You don't see him coming.
Yeah.
1st down and 10. Here's the snap. Colvin again on the carry. Goes up the middle to the 15-yard line with 5:15 to go in the game. Sun Prairie East 48, Monona Grove nothing. As the clock winds down. So Sun Prairie East will start the season 1-0. Again, we just mentioned the next 2 weeks will do a lot to define what to expect for the Cardinals this season. Hosting the number 1 ranked team in the state, Mugwanago, next week here at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium, and then a game hosting Wanakee. So they get all 3 at home, but big games against some juggernaut opponents.
This is pretty good for Sun Prairie last year. Averaged 41.5 points a game, have 48 tonight. Gave up 17.8 a game, 0 tonight. So from a defensive standpoint, Coach Tim Bass, 33rd year coaching the Cardinals. And that's one of the other factors that with the split of the schools, a lot of the coaches, this is a veteran coaching staff that have worked with most of these kids since 3rd grade, which is what's tough for Coach Kaminsky. Guys that he's been coaching since they've been babies, you're not going to have to play against them here on week 5.
3rd down and 3 after another rush for Colvin as we approach the 4-minute mark to go in the 4th quarter. Sun Prairie East 48, Monona Grove nothing. I don't think Sun Prairie East would lead Wanakee 48-0 at any point. That's a slip of the tongue as we start to think about games coming up not only in a couple of weeks for Sun Prairie East, but tomorrow night on Prep Mania. Loose ball, Colvin able to jump on it back near the 17-yard line. Nice stop for the MG defense to move them backward, though, with 3:45 to go. Let's see what Sun Prairie East decides to do, if they want to attempt their first field goal of this season or if we want to try something else here. Looks like Coach Kaminsky is going to keep the offense out on the field. 4th down and 10. Back at the original line of scrimmage at the 17-yard line. Line to gain is the 7.
You can practice all you want, but nothing beats live reps in a game, and that's what these reserves are getting.
And now a pre-snap penalty flag is thrown. It looks like we're going to have an offsides penalty called against Monona Grove. So that'll move Sun Prairie East 5 yards closer to try and pick up this 4th down conversion with under 3 minutes to play. Monona Grove's upcoming schedule, I mentioned La Follette, Stoughton, and Wanakee in weeks 2, 3, and 4. So tough one against La Follette next week in a rivalry game. New head coach over at Madison La Follette, replacing Scott Swanson, who became the athletic director. So a winnable game, a rivalry game next week. We'll see how that plays out for MG. And then some more winnable games near the end of the schedule. But weeks 3 and 4, Stoughton and Wanakee, looks like it could be a tough start for an inexperienced front line on both sides of the ball for the Silver Eagles. 4th down and 5 for Sun Prairie East. Ball on the left hash, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Our mysterious unknown quarterback draws the MG defense offside again as the clock continues to run with 2:05 to go. Oh, correction, I stand corrected. That's actually a false start penalty against Sun Prairie East. So that'll back them up right back to where they were before. And the miracle of the running clock, we've actually gone 2 minutes without a real play of football after back-to-back offsides and false start penalties. Minute 35 to go in the game. Fans starting to head for the exits. A lot of the MG fans have gotten up and started to head home here throughout this 4th quarter. Sun Prairie East going to be victorious in game number 1 at the new school. Here's the run. Colvin breaking tackles, right side, skips his way through, stays on his feet, into the end zone. Touchdown, A.J. Colvin. Sun Prairie East, a cherry on top in game 1 of the 2022 season. A 4th down touchdown run of 16 yards for A.J. Colvin. 54-0 Sun Prairie East with a minute to go.
So McLean and Colvin with their first varsity touches tonight, both getting to score here in the second half. And Colvin there, 5'6", 165-pound junior. Nice to get some reps here early. That first game film is so valuable to see, some mistakes correctable and whatever. I'm sure it's going to be a lot more fun for Sun Prairie Kaminsky to watch. But all good coaches have a lot. I'm sure they're going to see a lot, especially those first half fumbles.
Clock stops on the scoring play with 44 seconds to go. Shear's point after attempt is up and good. 55-0. Sun Prairie East on top of Monona Grove with 44 seconds to go. Big one tomorrow night, DeForest and Wanakee here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. And then a couple of fun games next week as well. Another Thursday, Friday back-to-back doubleheader as we continue throughout the non-conference summer season of Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania before we get to Labor Day weekend and school gets in session and we really feel like we're ready to go. So next week, Thursday, if you're into the Thursday night football, Alex Strofe and Dennis Semrau will be on the call as Madison Memorial hosts Waukesha West. Very interesting non-conference game next week in week 2. We'll see what Mike Harris's squad looks like in week 1, but West is always a good team out of the best conference in the state, the Classic 8.
Definitely. I can't wait to see that one.
Going to be fun next week at historic Mansfield Stadium.
Matter of fact, in MG's, I think it was their last run to state, they had to go through Waukesha West there. It was on the road, and it was just a phenomenal game that went overtime. Great players.
Madison.
It's too bad we don't do a Thursday night game the third week. We'd have Thursday, Friday, Badgers on Saturday, September 3rd.
Illinois State, big one. Redbirds.
Opener.
Going to be nice to be 3-0 going to Ohio State. Calling that right now. Washington State comes again. I guess it's a losable game, but Badgers should be 3-0 going to Columbus.
Camp Randall on a Saturday afternoon in October. Nothing beats it. Leaves are changing.
Kickoff was fielded near the 30-yard line, returned out to the 36 by the Monona Grove special teams unit. And I'm not sure they're even going to run another play here and bring the offense out.
Nope.
Clock runs with 15 seconds. They will not. That is our game. Week 1 goes to the Sun Prairie East Cardinals. First game in program history as Sun Prairie East, and they blank the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. 55-0. A dominating performance by the Sun Prairie East Cardinals.
Jerry Kaminsky with 5 touchdown passes in this game.
Phenomenal performance by Sun Prairie East. Dennis and I will be back to wrap it up after this. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
If you're looking to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Honda, buy local. Shop Zimbrick Honda. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Oil changes, brakes, alignments, and warranties. Honda's certified technicians handle it all. And if you need new tires, buy 3 and get the 4th for just $1 when they mount and balance them for you. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Fleet Farm shoppers, save up to 100% off your purchase during the Balloon Pop event. This Saturday, the first 300 customers shop and pop to receive a discount on their entire purchase from 10 to 100% off. Grab a ticket, fill your cart, and pop a balloon to reveal your savings. Doors open 7 a.m. Only the first 300 customers shop, pop, and save at the Balloon Pop event this Saturday at Fleet Farm. See store for details.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand. First game of the 2022 football season goes the way of the Sun Prairie East Cardinals. Final score 55-0. Sun Prairie East defending the home turf all over the Monona Grove Silver Eagles. Let's get a check of our final haul of tonight's game, which is brought to you by Stoughton Trailers. Big trailers, big opportunities at Stoughton Trailers. Stoughton Trailers has hundreds of immediate openings in Evansville, Stoughton, and Broadhead for first and second shift opportunities. They've also increased their starting wages to $18 per hour and up. For open positions, including assemblers, welders, and more, go to stojobs.com. That's STOjobs.com. Stoughton Trailers, big trailers, big opportunities. Dennis, a lot of reserve players came in the final minutes of this game, but prior to that, it was an offensive performance from Jerry Kaminsky and the Cardinals in the first half. Let's get a check of that final haul from Stoughton Trailers.
Yeah, Jerry Kaminsky last year set a record for most touchdown passes thrown in a season. Actually tied the record. Brady Stevens, who he shared quarterbacking honors with that alternate fall season, spring. 30 touchdown passes. He threw 5 tonight. The record page does not list touchdown passes individually in a game, but I got to say 5 is pretty good up there for the Cardinals.
Well, it also didn't list number 12, so it's not the only thing.
Yeah, he didn't see much action after that first drive in the second half. That was pretty much it for Kaminsky. Ended up with an outstanding performance. Again, 5 touchdowns, over 200 yards passing. And what was impressive was he threw to 6 different receivers there in the first half, including Cortez the Grant, who had a 39-yard touchdown pass and then capped his night with a 1-yard scoring run in the second half. To see him be able to catch the ball in the backfield, that's going to add his marketability when he wants to play in college ball, the next level. And it's certainly going to help the Cardinals spread things out on offense with that receiving core. When you've got a stud running back and a quarterback, now it's the development of the offensive line, how key that's going to be in the next couple of weeks when they got McWanago and Wanakee.
Sun Prairie East is 1-0. They will host the number 1 ranked team in the state, McWanago, next Friday right here at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. Monona Grove is 0-1. Rivalry game next week against crosstown rival Madison La Follette in week 2 next Friday night. Our next game tomorrow night as our doubleheader of the opening week of the high school football season begins with Wanakee at DeForest. Coverage starts tomorrow night at 6 o'clock with the Prep Mania No Huddle preview. Dennis Summerau and I running through all the area teams. We aired it tonight before the start of our game. If you missed it, again, a couple of teams were in action tonight. Middleton, Sun Prairie East, Monona Grove, Lake Mills. But you can catch everybody last-minute preview, last-minute cram session for the high school football season at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Then Alex Strofe and Dennis Summerau have the call from DMB Community Bank Stadium. Wanakee DeForest. Huge game, maybe the best game of the high school football season in the Madison area tomorrow night to kick off the 2022 football season. For Dennis Semrau, for Hunter Vaughn, Ryan Wollersheim on our video crew here on Wisconsin On Demand from Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium. For our producers Alex Gravatt and Colin Russo in the Park Bank ESPN Madison studios downtown in the AmFam Spark building, my name's Jesse Nelson. For nearly 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're looking for a new or used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda today or head to ZimbrickHonda.com to search vehicle inventory. And we thank Zimbrick Honda for once again returning as the presenting sponsor of Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. Sun Prairie East 55, Monona Grove nothing. This has been the opening night of high school football 2022 on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.